shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on.
I'm not talking about you.
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Hey, bruh, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Captivity, man. He's a good dude, man.
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Times in our life,
You got time to sing on it. You sing.
we all have pain.
Told the man you gonna sing it.
We all have sorrow. Then I look at Wayne and I know that he will be ugly tomorrow. Lean on me when you're my cousin and I'll be your friend. I help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need my cousin to care.
No captivity. Freezy.
What up? You are officially locked into No Captivity with Freezy, where we tackle issues that sometimes have us trapped in this thing that we call life. But if you know me, you know my motto: to free yourself, you must heal yourself. And if you're right with your dog, please hit that like and subscribe button hard right now. And also comment and share this video. That is, if you're right with your boy Freezy.
No captivity.
Hold up 1 second, y'all. Hold up 1 second. Let me cut this light on. Okay. Good. What's going on, No Cap crew? What's up with y'all? Are y'all ready to hang out? We're gonna talk about Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, racial controversy. So is a lot of racial stuff going on, right? Now Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, the controversy has been going on for a long time, ever since they entered into the NBA. Word is they don't like each other. People have been trying to make it a black and white thing. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark never came out specifically and said it was a black and white thing. But people that's been talking and commenting on their situation have been alluding to it being almost like a Muhammad Ali and Great White Hope type of thing, right? Caitlin Clark being the Great White Hope. Now let's just be honest. Caitlin Clark is a hell of a Caitlin Clark, not Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. Why y'all ain't stop me? Caitlin Clark is a hell of a basketball player. She's a hell of a Angel Reese is too, right? But let's just be honest. To be a white basketball player, a white woman basketball player that shoot threes the way she do, that shoot 3-pointers the way she do, nobody was expecting that shit. Come on now.
No cap.
Nobody was expecting that. Caitlin Clark has become a superstar in the WNBA, right? Now here's the thing. Angel Reese was, going into the WNBA draft, Angel Reese felt like in herself she was going to be the main attraction, but Caitlin Clark is lethal. But we're gonna talk about this. Let me see if I could bring up a picture of let me see, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And okay, there we go, Angel Reese. Let me see if I can get a good picture. Oh, here we go. I'll just use this one here. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, right? Here's the picture right here. I'll downsize it. There we go. So there's been a feud with these young ladies for a long time. A very big feud going on with these young ladies. And it's starting to become a racial thing. It's already was a racial thing, but it's the racial aspect of this feud is getting more intense. Lately, RG3 commented on something that just happened not too long ago during a game between Chicago and Indiana in the WNBA. Angel Reese was going up for a layup, and Caitlin Clark, she basically fouled her intentionally. A lot of people looked at it as a take foul, right? It was an intentional foul. Angel Reese was going up for the layup, and Caitlin Clark basically just pushed her down intentionally so she wouldn't make the layup. This happens all the time in sports, right? But when it happened, I'm going to show y'all the takedown. I'm going to show y'all what happened in the game, and y'all can let me know if it's something that everybody should be all up in arms about. Right? Now, Ryan Clark of the Pivot podcast, he said something about it, and RG3 has his own podcast, and he said something about it. And I'm going to show y'all the video too. I'm going to try to find this video and show it to y'all. But before we do that, how about we do a roll call to see who's all in the building, man? Shout out to Emperor Kojak 313, the great in the building. What's going on, Imp? Oh, Emperor Kojak 313, great. He said, what up, though, Freezy? And chat, smash that like button hard right now. Make sure y'all subscribe to Emperor's Gaming channel and hit that notification bell. Shout out to Emperor in the building. Shout out to James Kill in the building. It's a lot of people in the building, so I'm going to get through this fast, man. Shout out to James Kill in the building. How are you, bro? James Kill in the building. Great to see you as well, man.
No captivity.
Let me give a no cap to Emperor Kojak 313, the great as well.
No captivity.
Also, shout out to Big Bad Bull in the building. The Mob Father, he said, the one, the only Emperor Kojak. Okay, he's giving shout out to Imp in the building. What's going on, Big Bad Bull? Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel and hit the notification bell as well.
No captivity.
Also, shout out to King Swarthy. What's going on, Ak? Shalom. He said, peace, family. Great to see you, King Swarthy.
No captivity.
Shout out to my sister, El Cheapo in the building. How you doing, El Cheapo? She said, diddy me up. Make sure y'all subscribe to my sister's channel, hit the notification bell.
No captivity.
Shout out to Kim in the building. She said, Kid Cudi takes the stand tomorrow. It's over for Diddy, and he is only the third victim. We're going to see it. We're going to talk about it, Kim.
No captivity.
Great to see you, Kim. Great to see you. Shout out to BTS Trapped Out TV. Say shout out No Cap and Chat. Thank you for being here, BTS Trapped Out TV. Make sure y'all welcome BTS, man, in the building. One of the mods welcome BTS in the building. I appreciate you for being here, BTS.
No captivity.
Trapped Out TV. Also, shout out to her. That's her in the building. What's going on, sis? She's Shalom. She said, blesses the Freezer and everyone on this wonderful Tuesday. Shout out to her. That's her.
No captivity.
Randall Robinson in the building. He said, what up, player and chat? Great to see you.
No captivity.
Prime Time said, yo, what's going on?
No captivity.
What's going on, Joshua? How you doing? He said, what's up, Freezy? Same to you,
no
bro.
No captivity.
Also, Reckless Ray, my longtime friend, got eyes on the podcast. Let's get it.
No captivity.
My dog, my brother, the World Class, and he said, what's up? Make sure y'all subscribe to the World Class channel and hit that notification bell.
No captivity.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Shout out to Music Man 1982. Right back at you. What's up,
no
bro?
No captivity.
Felontavius, he said, Reese's Pieces can't hit a layup. Yep, well,
no captivity.
We're going to talk about it. Taylor Bell said, Caitlin Clark looks like a dude.
No captivity.
Shout out to my sister. Fear No Mortals in the building. She said, freeze it. Salute, hugs, love, and prayer. Shout out to my sister, Fear No Mortals. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell as y'all subscribe to her channel. Excellent content creator.
No captivity.
Who else is in the building? Shout out to Peaches de Leon. She said, make sure y'all like and smash that like button, right? Shout out to my sister, Peaches de Leon.
No captivity.
Who else is in the building? Is that it? BATL, she said, hey, Freezy, what's up, BATL?
No captivity.
Great to see you, sis. Who else is in the building? Oh, that's it. That's it. Let me remind everybody to make sure you share the live stream. Put a 1 in the chat if you plan on sharing the live stream. Put a 1 in the chat if you plan on sharing the live stream and being a part of the No Cap campaign. Who's going to be a part of the No Cap campaign? Put a 1 in the chat so I can recognize you. It's very easy to share the live stream. The share button is right below the video, right next to the like and the dislike button. Right below the video. It gives you an option to share it out to any one of your close friends and family or your favorite social media platform. Either way, thank you for sharing out the live stream. Peaches says she shared the live stream. Her says she's gonna share the live stream. Emperor, as he always does, he's sharing the live stream. Fear No Mortals is sharing the live stream. Randall Robinson is sharing the live stream. Thanks to all of y'all. And guess what? Shout out to the World Class. He said he's sharing the live stream. Guess what, y'all? I wish all of y'all $11 million in your life. Believe it and receive it.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for being a part of the No Cap campaign. Shout out to my brother Bolo TV in the bill. He says shalom to Freezy in the chat. Shalom right back at you, Bolo.
No Cap-tivity.
Make sure y'all subscribe to Bolo's channel and hit that notification bell. Also, shout out to my sister Travel One in the building. She said, greetings to Freezy and his No Captivity channels. Of course, married black women will speak on everything. Listen in.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to Travel One in the building. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. Shout out to the 33 people that hit the like button so far. Shout out to the 1 person that hit the dislike button. Listen, if you don't like me or the platform, if you don't like what we're covering so far or what I said so far, please, I encourage you to hit the dislike button. Hit the dislike button. Do not hesitate. Hit the dislike button, okay? It's all appreciated over here. Either way, shout out to the people that hit the like button and the dislike button. I wish you $4 million in your life. Believe it and receive it.
No Cap-tivity.
Thank you. Also, to support this platform and to support stories of this magnitude, especially, listen up, especially if you would like your comments read and highlighted, because after this, I'm not going to be reading too many regular comments. If you would like your comments read and highlighted, right? You can either leave a super cap, aka super chat. The super cap is the rectangle box with the $sign in it. It's right in the chat box where you type your chats at. Right down there, you'll see a rectangle box with a $sign in it. That is the super cap. Or you can leave a cash cap to $sign no cap freezy. That's $sign no cap freezy. That's the cash cap, aka cash out. And I appreciate y'all.
No Cap-tivity.
Also, last but not least, to become a sponsor of tonight's show, it's only $20 or more. $20 or more, and you will be the initial sponsor of tonight's show. Who will it be? Who will it be? Who will be the initial sponsor of tonight's show? Whoever it will be, your name will appear on the sponsorship board below, right? The sponsorship board that's flashing below. Who will it be? Whoever it will be, thank you in advance. It's only $20. $20. Who will be the first one to send the super cap? Who will be the first one to send a cash cap? Who will make history tonight and be the first one to be the sponsor, the initial sponsor of tonight's show? Either way, I appreciate all of y'all.
No Cap-tivity.
Now it's time to start the show. Y'all, I'm about to show y'all, listen, I'm about to show y'all the original video that sparked this conversation. Now, we know the history of these two. We know the history of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, right? Both of these women are phenomenal players in the WNBA. Now, I would be lying if I told y'all that I watch the WNBA like that. I really don't. I really just watch highlights. You know, I like to see Angel Reese banging in the paint, scoring and everything, falling on the ground, hustling. I like to see Caitlin Clark hitting those threes from the outside effortlessly. I like to see that. I'm not a really big fan of the WNBA. I'm sorry. I'm just not. But I do like the highlights, right? But I will say this, there's been tension since these women actually came into the WNBA, and it's been ongoing, and we can see it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. This next clip that I'm going to show y'all, if I'm able to find it, this clip that I'm about to show y'all, maybe I need to go on TikTok. Maybe they have the clip on TikTok. Hold on. Here we go. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese. Let me see. Maybe they got it on TikTok. Yep, they got it on. Do they got it on TikTok? Okay, here we go. I'm about to show y'all the clip. They got it on TikTok. Shout out to Miss Jennifer in the building. What you laughing at, Miss Jennifer? Me? Not me. Shout out to Miss Jennifer.
No captivity.
Thank you for being here. And thank you for the fair use, Imp. I appreciate the fair use. Thank you, bro. Let me go ahead and start that. Now, I'm about to show y'all the clip. Shout out to everybody that's here. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, all right? It is Tuesday, and the mood is right. Let me go ahead and go over here to this next screen so I can show y'all this clip where it was questionable, all right? Caitlin Clark filed. She filed your girl, Angel Reese. She filed Angel Reese, and a lot of people thought it was a very hateful file. A lot of people thought it was, it was uncalled for or whatnot. But I'm going to show y'all this clip, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Here we go. Hold on.
Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out.
What y'all think about that? Do y'all think that was uncalled for? Let me play it again. Hold on. Here we go.
Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention. Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has some.
Now, a lot of people made a big deal out of this. A lot of sports analysts made a lot of big deals out of this because Caitlin Clark, she was on her big one, and she basically was like, no, you ain't finna score this one. Get your ass down. But a lot of people interpreted this as, get your black ass down. That's how a lot of people interpreted this foul, right?
No captivity.
Me, I didn't interpret it like that. I was just like, okay, it's a foul. I played basketball in high school, right? I played basketball all my life when I was younger. I'm like, that just look like a hard foul to me. But a lot of people are playing into this, and the racial factor being that it's been a factor since they entered into the league, right? The WNBA, right? Now, to let you guys know, RG3, better known as Robert Griffin III, he commented on this, right? Now, we know Robert Griffin III is married to a white woman. He married to a white woman, but he chose to make a comment on what happened with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark pushing Angel Reese down and giving her the hard foul, right? RG3 had a lot to say about it, and basically, I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna play the clip of RG3 talking. And he basically said some questionable things that Ryan Clark felt like he shouldn't have said. Ryan Clark is saying this dude should not be commenting on Angel Reese, especially what he said. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to show y'all what he said, but should I say what he said? No, I'm going to show y'all what he said. We're going to react to the video. I'm going to show y'all what he said. Okay? Now, Ryan Clark did make it a racial thing. But my question of tonight is, what is my question of tonight? My question of tonight is, are black people that's married to white people allowed to criticize black issues?
No captivity.
Yes or no? Are black people that's married to white people allowed to criticize black issues?
No captivity.
This is going to be a great conversation. Everybody is welcome to join the panel. Everybody is welcome to hit the link after I put the link in the chat. Just like this weekend, I said all races are invited. Listen, y'all know Freezy keeps it respectful over here. I'm eager to hear all angles, all opinions over here on this channel, okay? Now I'm going to play the video. That the initial video where RG3, Robert Griffin III, right, who was an ex-NFL player, commented on the push between the foul play that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese got caught up in between, right? But before we do that, how about we do this, man?
Super chat.
Shout out to my sister, our lovely sister, Conversation with MJ. Not only is she the first super cap of the night, but she is the initial sponsor of tonight's show.
No captivity.
And she usually is. She's not a stranger to the sponsorship. Shout out to my sister, Conversations with MJ. She said, and thank you for your $20 to Conversation with MJ. She said, hey, Freezy, share the stream. Have a great show. Many blessings.
No captivity.
Always a part of that No Cap campaign. Shout out to my sister. Thank you for being the initial sponsor of tonight's show. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to her channel and hit that notification bell. Just in case you guys are unfamiliar with her content, she is very huge on law and crime. She works in that field. She knows what she's talking about. Please go over to her channel and subscribe.
No captivity.
Shout out to my sister, Conversation with MJ. We're going to go ahead and put her on the sponsorship board without further ado. Conversation with MJ. Let me type this in right here. Here we go. Yeah, I type faster now. Here we go. Shout out to MJ. There we go. Conversations with MJ on the sponsorship board. On the sponsorship board. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. To become a co-sponsor or official sponsor of tonight's show, it's only $20 or more. Only $20 or more, and your name will be up there with MJ's, or it will be up there alone, right? $20 or more. That's all it is. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Now we're just waiting on who's gonna be the initial cash cap of tonight's show. Who's gonna send the initial cash app of tonight's show? Right? It's very easy. Right here. $ no cap freezy. That's $ no cap freezy. That's how you send a cash cap. Okay, I appreciate y'all in advance. So yeah, what do y'all think about this file though again? What do y'all think about this file, man? Was it too much? Was it too much? That's what I want to know. Angel Reese got up like she was about to do something, but her, Caitlin Clark's teammate intervened luckily and stopped the whole thing from erupting. But it was a hard foul. It was a hard foul. Let me show y'all again. Here we go. Now, right here, to be fair, right? To be fair, let's just be honest. To be fair, Angel Reese did give a shove in the back. Right here. She shoved the girl in the back, right? Caitlin Clark wanted a foul right there. And then she pushed Angel Reese down. Do y'all think that was too much? Do y'all think Caitlin Clark was wrong? She was the wrongest one, if that's a word, in the picture, in the video. What do y'all think? Well, we're gonna go through this. I'm gonna show y'all videos where these guys actually reacted to it, RG3 and Ryan Clark. Right? I'm gonna show y'all this video. Let me pull up the first video where RG3 actually reacted to it. And the key thing is RG3's wife was sitting in the background. This is another key thing that we should pay attention to, right? RG3's wife was sitting in the background. Now, I'm going to pull up this initial video. And I want y'all to hear what RG3 had to say while his wife was sitting in the background. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. This is RG3's podcast. And that's his wife sitting in the background. We're going to go through this video. This is the first video we're going to go through. We're going to react to. And then we're going to play Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark of the Pivot podcast had a problem with what RG3 actually had to say about Angel Reese, the black woman, Angel Reese. Here we go.
Yo, welcome to Out of Pocket with RG3, hosted by your boy and the lovely, amazing, 99-time All-American, Grete Griffin. ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just almost passed out. But we appreciate each and every one of you guys, all the pocket watchers out there. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you go find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe over there. Follow us. Leave some reviews. Leave some comments, because we need every single one of you pocket watchers to help take this bad boy to the moon. So like I said, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So what are you waiting for? Take the mouse, move it on over to the subscribe button, and click, 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 click. Subscribe to our channel, and let's get this thing rolling. Oh, like we always do, we're going to get right to the thick of it, like Kyle Lowry. All right, so this episode is all about Angel Reese and the fact that Angel Reese clearly hates Caitlin Clark. Let's dive in.
So right there off top, RG3 said straight out bluntly that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Now there is no proof of that. He has I'm pretty sure this is not a factual statement. It's an opinionated statement. But a lot of people were saying, why would he just all of a sudden outright just accuse Angel Reese of actually hating Caitlin Clark? Now, we know that RG3 has a white wife, but people outside of Ryan Clark being the most vocal one about it, questioned why would he even make that strong of a statement that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark. Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Don't know, let me inform you about what happened. Caitlin Clark committed a hard foul on Angel Reese as she was wide open for a free, easy layup. Routine play. The type of play that every single one of us, every one of you that's watching, has heard your coach tell you, hey, we ain't gonna give them no easy points, no easy baskets in the paint, baby. And then what do? You make sure that you go and you get a foul when you know that the offensive player has a free lane to the basket. Now, before I get to why Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark fully, let's talk about the play itself. The one thing people are not talking about on that play, which my wife so eloquently stated to me earlier, was that Caitlin Clark was actually reacting to a foul that should have been called on Angel Reese against Aaliyah Boston.
Now, I had mentioned that. To be fair, I mentioned it before we even played this video. RG3 said that his wife mentioned it as well too, right? So I did notice that. Angel Reese did give the other player a shove before she got the rebound. This is what RG3 is saying his wife acknowledged as well, or caught.
Previously, when you see they cut off the play early, Angel Reese actually shoves Aaliyah Boston in the back to get a rebound. We've all played basketball. You know when you shove somebody in the back that the ref's gonna blow the whistle and call the foul? Well, the ref didn't call the foul. So Caitlin Clark is sitting there with her hands up like, you gonna call that? So then, yes, she went and fouled Angel Reese to prevent her from having the easy basket, but Caitlin Clark actually fouled Angel Reese because she was trying to take up for her teammate Aaliyah Boston. So I don't know why no one's even talking about that, but I do know why they're talking about the aftermath of the foul, which, by the way, was a routine you gotta make them earn it foul. It was not a flagrant foul with the intent to hurt somebody. And not only that, Angel Reese acted like she wanted to win an Oscar. I got nothing against any of these women's basketball players. They're all super talented. But if we're gonna talk about them, we have to talk about them like we talk about any other sport, like the NBA. When we see a guy flop, we call it out. Angel Reese flopped on that play. But let's go ahead and talk about a tweet that I put out that went absolutely nuclear. So after watching the play, I tweeted out, after watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like.
So the whole setup is RG3 has a white wife. Let's address the elephant in the room. RG3 has a white wife, and he just he just blatantly went after Angel Reese and said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Right? He just went, he didn't waste no time going after Angel Reese, which is the black woman in this situation. And he said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Right? Because of how Angel Reese got up from the floor after she got fouled and wanted to fight Caitlin Clark. He was saying that Angel Reese had no business getting up from the floor wanting to fight Caitlin Clark after Caitlin Clark blatantly pushed her to the ground, forcefully pushed her to the ground and gave her an intentional take foul. Right? What do you guys think? Right? Now, we've talked about tap dancing black men, and we talked about tap dancing black men. We talked about coonery. We talked about it all. Do y'all think RG3 is cooning right now? Put your comments in the chat. Give me a super cap or a cash cap.
Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate.
Now, remember, he just said not some basketball rivalry hate either.
No captivity.
Remember, he just said not some basketball rivalry hate either. So basically, he's saying the hate goes outside of basketball. Remember that. That's very important from what the other videos that we're about to review later. Shout out to King Swarthy, your $10 super cap. I'm going to read it in 1 second, my brother. Thank you for your super cap. If you want to send in your super caps or cash caps, please do it now because I'm about to read them in 1 second. Appreciate you.
The reason I said that is because when somebody that you don't like says something to you, you automatically always take it to the most extreme. You always automatically say, oh, they meant to harm me with that statement. But if your friend or somebody you're cool with made that very same statement, none of us would be so quick to run to judgment to say, oh, that was negative. We would question what it was. We would react differently. So why do I think Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark? It could be the fact that Aaliyah Boston had to save Angel Reese from ending her career. This is a still shot. After the foul that Caitlin Clark put on Angel Reese tried to hit her. But if it wasn't for Aaliyah Boston putting her arms in the way, Angel Reese would not be playing basketball anymore because she was going to sucker punch Caitlin Clark.
So that was another criticism that people gave RG3 right here. He just automatically assumed that Angel Reese was going to get up and sucker punch Caitlin Clark and her whole career would have been over.
No captivity.
We don't know that. That was a very extreme accusation that RG3 actually let out of his mouth, which he does have a big mouth. Pause.
This one here for the thug.
His mouth looks like a salamander, big mouth bass. But that's another story for another day. Now, for him to just say that that Angel Reese was going to get up and sucker punch Caitlin Clark, we don't know that. But he just took it upon himself to say, oh, she was going to get up and sucker punch Caitlin Clark. We don't know that, RG3. But a lot of people are attesting that to the simple fact that he loves white women.
No captivity.
Is this true that he loves white women? Is it true? Well, he's on his second white wife, and we're not going to hold it against him. The only thing people are holding against RG3 is that he's making crazy accusations against Angel Reese. Why?
No captivity.
Why are you doing this, RG3?
Now you tell me a time when you've seen somebody get fouled on a basketball court in a professional league where they tried to almost sucker punch somebody that they were friends with because of a hard foul. I've seen LeBron James get fouled by Dwayne Wade. And they're buddies, but it was a hard foul. LeBron didn't get up and try to smack him upside the head or hit him in the face from behind. But that's what Angel Reese did to Caitlin Clark. So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball? Not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and in WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on to be that for my teammates. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that." Now, I heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain. I'm not making her the villain. She's making herself the villain. And guess who her eyes are on at all times?
Now, I seen that interview when Angel Reese said, "I guess I'll be the bad guy." She was saying that in reference to, if y'all want to make Caitlin Clark the good guy, the hero in this story of the WNBA, guess what? I'll just play the bad guy if that's what y'all want me to be. Angel Reese said it in that context. So we know that RG3 is doing a play on words. We know that, right? But why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? Are black people that's married to white people allowed to criticize black issues?
No captivity.
Why?
Caitlin Clark. There's an image from this opening game when Caitlin Clark hits a beautiful fadeaway three-pointer, and the camera pans to Angel Reese, and you would have thought she saw the devil. Scolding looking at Caitlin Clark, mad as hell. That's the look you give somebody that you like, that you have respect for. These are the kind of statements that you're making for someone that you like, that you have respect for. Okay, so then what happened when they asked her about that this year? Because it is true. Caitlin Clark has been the reason for the rise in viewership. But Angel Reese also has a hand in it, just not as big of a hand as Caitlin Clark. So a reporter asked her, "Hey, you made these comments last year. Can you comment on that now? What do you think what the outlook of women's sports and women's basketball looks like now?" You know what Angel Reese did? She said, "Next question." She refused to answer a question about something that she said about Caitlin Clark, not something that the reporter put into her vernacular, into her mouth, and made her seem like she said it. She said it. She wouldn't even answer the question about Caitlin Clark. That's something that you do towards someone that you like and respect? No, it creates this narrative that I, Angel Reese, do not like Caitlin Clark. I hate Caitlin Clark so much, I don't even want to answer a question about something that I said about Caitlin Clark. Don't make this out to be something that it's not. It was a normal basketball play. There was no malicious intent behind it. Didn't say anything to condemn Angel Reese about her behavior in the aftermath of that foul. Did Caitlin Clark condemn Kennedy Carter for her hip check when she got that flagrant against her last year? Nope. She actually defended Kennedy Carter and praised her for having such an amazing season and talked about how skilled of a basketball player she is and said she didn't need an apology for the foul because it was part of basketball. It was a basketball play. What about after Angel Reese made the comments that Caitlin Clark wasn't the only one that grew the game? Caitlin Clark had her back. She said, "You're dang right. It's not just me. There's a lot of talented women in the WNBA." She had her back. What about when Angel Reese was only worried about getting the credit? Angel Reese is only worried about getting credit for the growth of the game. But Caitlin Clark is worried about winning. That's exactly what just happened in the season opener. That's why the Indiana Fever beat the Chicago Sky by 35 points. 35 points. Caitlin Clark had a triple-double. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Angel Reese is so worried about Caitlin Clark and who gets the credit that she got outperformed by Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston is a beast, and she outplayed Angel Reese in that game. So this is why I say that Angel Reese just needs to admit that she hates Caitlin Clark.
So he's doubling down that he feels as though Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Now, Angel Reese, in all due fairness, Angel Reese never came out her mouth and said, "I hate Caitlin Clark. I hate Caitlin Clark," right? Now, maybe, I don't know. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But I just think in all due fairness, Angel Reese never actually said that out of her mouth. So for RG3 to actually make this strong accusation, it's very damaging, right? And it's very divisive. And it don't look good optically on YouTube with his white wife sitting behind him. You will understand why I said that shortly.
Or dislikes her, or whatever, or hates the fact that she gets all the credit. Just come out and say it. Because contrary to what other people believe, I actually think it's great for the WNBA. I grew up in a time when Michael Jordan was king in the NBA. And I remember from my dad and my uncles and them all talking to me about how much Michael Jordan hated Isaiah Thomas. Hated Isaiah Thomas. Right? He hated Isaiah Thomas so much that he kept him off the 1992 Olympic Dream Team. Charles Barkley himself has come out and said, yes, MJ did not want him on that team. Rob that man of a could go on to become a Hall of Famer and have a great career. But Caitlin Clark is on a trajectory to be the greatest of all time. And the greatest of all time needs that rivalry to not just grow themselves, but to grow the game of basketball. So I think Angel Reese should just come out and say it, you know? Let me ask you guys this. Who would you rather watch? Who would you rather watch play basketball? Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark? I'll wait. I think you'd all watch Caitlin Clark because she plays a more exciting brand of basketball. And it's okay to say what your eyes are seeing. Caitlin Clark with her three-point shooting, her playmaking ability, and her passing. She gets her whole team involved. She's not just out there scoring 50 points a game. That's more exciting than watching Angel Reese with her layup package, her post-up game, and getting rebounds. Angel Reese had a double-double in the opening game.
Now, what I will say, this might be true. A lot of people might prefer to watch Caitlin Clark play, right, on the court rather than Angel Reese. I can admit a lot of people probably would say, yeah, I will rather watch Caitlin Clark shoot them damn threes from the outside, right? But I just don't understand why he's pushing this narrative that Angel Reese actually hates like Caitlin Clark outside of basketball. Remember, he made that comment. Remember, he made that statement. Outside of basketball, he said this, right? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to play Ryan Clark from the Pivots video. Ryan Clark from the Pivot responded to RG3. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Before we do that, I want to give us some extra shout outs to the people that just came in. Shout out to Red Wine. Shout out to the neighborhood sweetheart. Cassandra B in the building. What's going on, sis? Shout out to Budgie Cat. Shout out to Sharon in the building. Shout out to Brandon Nesbitt. Shout out to Chindy Alex. Shout out to Zagoo Brown. What's going on? He said, respect, Freezy. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mel. My sister Mel in the building. Shout out to Pastor Doom in the building. Hashtag Run in the building. What's going on? He just became a member. Shout out to you.
No captivity.
Shout out to Hashtag Run just becoming a member and getting his VIP pass. Also, shout out to my lovely sister, Shiesty Bomb in the building. How are you, Shiesty Bomb? Also, shout out to Dragonfly Jones' cousin in the building. Great to see you. Shout out to Travis Allen. Shout out to Queen Sheba. Shout out to American Man. And shout out to my dog, Hink the Basement.
No captivity.
In the building. Also, we got a couple of other super caps too.
Super chat.
Thank you, King Swarthy. King Swarthy for your $10 super cap. He said, peace, family.
No captivity.
Thank you for your support. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for your $10 super cap. Also, shout out to Hashtag Run.
Super chat.
Shout out to Hashtag Run. Thank you, Hashtag Run, for your $10 super cap. He said, Freezy just called me #1 like the sir. Freezy just called me. No, he said just call me Hashtag. I like that, sir. That's what he's saying. Freezy just called me Hashtag. I like that, sir. Okay, that's your name. Hashtag. Shout out to Hashtag. What's going on, bro? I appreciate you for your $10 super cap. Hashtag. Also, King Swarthy. And let's not forget the initial and official sponsor of tonight's show, MJ. She's on the sponsorship board right below. To become a co-sponsor or official sponsor of tonight's show, it's only $20 or more. Also, if you would like your comments read and highlighted, you can either do what my brothers and sisters just did, leave a super cap, or you can leave a cash cap to $ no cap freezy. That's $ no cap freezy. We still haven't gotten a cash cap yet. Who's going to be the first one to send a cash cap and send that support in?
No cap.
This is a very heavily opinionated topic. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys think so far. What you guys think so far about what RG3 said. He said he doubled down, tripled down, quadruple down on it, that Angel Reese hates the lovely Caitlin Clark. And it seems like RG3's wife in the background was enjoying it, and she didn't too much disagree with it. Shout out to Brownie Ellie in the building. What's going on, Brownie? And shout out to Gearhead in the building. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all. So let's watch this next video, right? Ryan Clark actually responded to RG3. And I want y'all to tell me if you guys agree with what Ryan Clark is about to say. What you guys are about to hear, Ryan Clark. Let me know if you guys agree with what you guys are about to hear Ryan Clark say. Okay, it got a little heated. It got heated. Ryan Clark responded to what RG3 said on his initial podcast with the snow bunny in the back, his wife. Strap on your seatbelts. Here comes Ryan Clark.
Freddie T, man, another exciting year. The WNBA started, and even with the Liberty being the champion and Asia Wilson being the MVP, all the talk is about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Yeah, it started off with a bang, man. And I think in any business, you need an amazing storyline. And I believe we have one. Last year, it was the rookies. It was Caitlin, it was Angel Reese. This year, the start of this season, we're back at it, right?
Yeah.
And if I didn't know any better, I would have thought they were trying to promo a fight, right? Because it was just a simple take foul. It was a foul. It was harmless. And I think Angel just got up in frustration at the point that they were down by so much right there in the third quarter. And she got up and she wanted to get a little aggressive. But I believe at the end of the day, we need that in the WNBA. I think that'll draw fans in. But yeah, Angel, you got to take that one, baby. Like, it wasn't even necessary. I think it was a little bit too dramatic. I believe Caitlyn handled it like a pro in her press conference. But it's good to see the aggression, the passion from Angel. But yeah, man, welcome to the WNBA. It's back.
I mean, I love the fact that the WNBA has this exciting rivalry. And we've talked about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese for so long. I think I hate the fact that they're always pinned against one another. RG3 called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlin Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their.
So there you go. Here's Ryan Clark responding to RG3 saying that you can see the hate on Angel Reese's face for Caitlin Clark. He didn't actually just say that. RG3 also said Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark and the hate goes outside of basketball. Remember, he said that.
Know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, it now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country. About
No captivity.
Woo! Well, it's getting late. So Ryan Clark, he just basically accused RG3 of not understanding the black plight when it comes to family because RG3 is obviously married to a white woman. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with what Ryan Clark said? Let me rewind that a little bit. Hold on, here we go.
Story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with.
Did y'all see his homeboy have to posture a little bit? Let me play this one more time. Did y'all see? Look at his homeboy. His homeboy looking very uncomfortable. What do y'all think about this? Shout out to Cassandra Brown in the building as well. What do y'all? It's getting pretty uncomfortable on the Pivot podcast.
No captivity.
Do y'all think Ryan Clark has a point? Let's rewind it and play it one more time and watch his homeboy pivot in his seat because he's feeling uncomfortable about what Ryan Clark just said.
The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is...
A'ja Wilson is also a black woman, right? But sometimes I think A'ja Wilson kind of gets lost in between the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. A'ja Wilson, he's saying, is the best player, in his humble opinion, in the WNBA. That's if you guys watch the WNBA.
The most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on.
Ooh, let me ask y'all something. Is Ryan Clark out of pocket? Now, I've been scouring the internet, especially YouTube, and I've heard and seen different podcasters react to what Ryan Clark said, and they're saying he was out of pocket. They're saying that he's out of pocket for saying these things about RG3. Is Ryan Clark standing 10 toes down, or was he out of pocket for making these assumptions about RG3?
This one here for the thug.
What do you guys think?
You haven't been able to do that because to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife.
Do y'all think, can we just address the elephant in the room? Can we just please have a real conversation tonight? Do y'all think that black people that's married to white people, not all black people, but do you think there is an element of black people that's married to white people to where they are so infatuated with white people, when it comes to black issues, they can't see clearly?
No captivity.
This is what Ryan Clark is saying. Do any one of you guys think that Ryan Clark is right? Do you?
Super chat.
Shout out to American Man. Thank you, American Man, for your $2 super cap. American Man said, what is Ketanji Brown, black husband name, or Kamala?
No captivity.
Thank you, American Man. I appreciate you. Thank you for your super cap. If anybody would like their opinions read on this platform, or on this show, this specific show, please, you can either do what American Man did, which is leave a super cap, or you can leave a cash cap to $ no cap freezy. That's $ no cap freezy. We're still waiting on the first cash cap of the night. Let's get back to Ryan. Let's go.
Met the lady, I've had a conversation with her.
Right.
I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what black women deal with a lot from black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that.
Now, this is the issue at hand. Ryan Clark is saying a lot of times people that's married interracially, they like to prop up their women or the nationality that they're married to and put down their own race, black people. They like a lot of black men that's married interracially, whether it be white, Chinese, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. They like to prop up their wife or the nationality that they're married to and put down black women. This is what Ryan Clark is saying, and this is what Ryan Clark is accusing RG3 of.
Date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I'd like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racists, he'll be no less black than me.
Woo! No captivity.
Woo! Damn. Ryan Clark went in, didn't he? So, how many of y'all agree with Ryan Clark? How many of y'all agree with RG3? Right? Should I put a poll in the chat? Well, guess what? It's not over. RG3 heard Ryan Clark's response. He heard Ryan Clark's response from the Pivot podcast. And RG3 had some choice words to say to Ryan Clark. And all of this is because of a play that happened in the NBA. This play right here. This play right here. Here we go.
Reese and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards, as Rebecca Allen too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards, has something to say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention. Rebecca Allen too strong on a three.
So after that play, a lot of opinions came out. RG3 accused Angel Reese of hating Caitlin Clark, right? He accused Angel Reese of hating Caitlin Clark, not only just on the basketball court, but outside of basketball as well, right?
I'm gonna give you one more time. And you're through.
Yes. So, Ryan Clark, we heard what Ryan Clark had to say on his video. But guess what? RG3 made a comeback video. And this next video that we're about to hear from RG3 was not pretty. He was very upset. And we're about to listen to what RG3 had to say in response to Ryan Clark. And what Ryan Clark had to say about him not being married to a black woman. Let's see how RG3 handled it. Let's see what he had to say. And let's see if he's gonna keep it 100.
No captivity.
Here we go.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RG3, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball. But
right here, he said it was purely based in basketball. This is what RG3 said. It was purely based in basketball. Now let me find what he said on the last video. Hold on.
Reese, as she was wide open. Well, the ref didn't call the foul. So Caitlin Clark is sitting there with her hands up like, you're going to call that? So then, yes, she went and fouled Angel Reese to prevent her from having the easy basket. But Caitlin Clark actually fouled Angel Reese because she was trying to take up for her teammate, players. They're all super talented. But if we're going to talk about them, we have to talk about them like we talk about any other sport, like the NBA. When we see a guy flop, we call it out. Angel Reese flopped on that play. But let's go ahead and talk about a tweet that I put out that went absolutely nuclear. So after watching the play, I tweeted out, after watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. hate.
Right there. Right there. He said not some basketball rivalry hate either. Right? Look.
Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate.
So he's saying that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And it's not even just some basketball rivalry. He's saying that Angel Reese flat out hate Caitlin Clark, even outside of basketball.
No captivity.
Now, let me show y'all. Let me go back to the response video that RG3 made about Ryan Clark. Remember what he said in the beginning of the response video. See, I like to be detailed because RG3, you can't go back on what you said. You said you feel like this hate is outside of basketball. You said this is not some basketball rivalry hate either. No, you said Angel Reese just flat out hates Caitlin Clark. Watch this. Here we go. Watch this.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RG3, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz.
Now, this video is the last video with him responding to Ryan Clark. Remember, this is the last video.
A lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball.
Right there was a lie.
No captivity.
Right there was a lie. He said it was purely based in basketball. No, it was not. No, it was not. That was a lie. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. See, me, I'm a fan of people that actually just keep it 100 and tell the truth. This is why I wanted to go through these videos with a fine-tooth comb with my brothers and sisters of the No Cap crew.
No captivity.
So y'all can see the inconsistencies, right? Now, I'm not saying whether RG3 is right or whether RG3 is wrong. I'm not saying whether Ryan Clark is right or whether Ryan Clark is wrong. I'm just showing you guys the inconsistencies. And RG3 was heard clearly saying on his first video that he feels like Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark outside of basketball. Basically, he said that it wasn't just a basketball rivalry. No, he doubled down and said Angel Reese flat out hates Caitlin Clark. Let me show y'all this again on how RG3 even started out this last video. He started out his last video in bad faith. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RG3, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball.
False.
But I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits, and Ryan Clark has sprinted past that line. Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family.
Oh!
No captivity.
Ryan Clark struck a nerve. He struck a nerve when he said, RG3, you're not qualified to speak on black women. You're not qualified to speak on black households because you are not married to a black woman. You are married to a white woman.
This one here for the thug.
So, obviously, RG3, it bothered him. And he felt the need to respond to Ryan Clark. And he felt like Ryan Clark attacked his wife. Do y'all think that Ryan Clark actually attacked RG3's wife? Do you guys think Ryan Clark actually attacked RG3's wife? Now, I did hear Ryan Clark say, I've met RG3's wife and she's a lovely woman. Right? RG3 is instantaneously making this into a racial issue and making Ryan Clark into this person that attacked his wife. Let me show y'all again.
Fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. So if you don't know, I gave a sports opinion stating that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And I based it purely off of her actions on the court and in press conferences. It wasn't just because of the hard flagrant foul in their opening game. I gave 5 examples that showcased Angel Reese's dislike for Caitlin Clark. Because that's what I do. My job is to analyze sports. But I always make sure that I stay inside of the arena. I think this has to be said because a lot of what Ryan Clark said was so racially based.
There we go.
No captivity.
I told y'all it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. RG3 is saying what Ryan Clark said was so racially based. I think he wanted to say racially charged too. Now, to be fair, Ryan Clark did insinuate that RG3, he's not qualified to speak on black issues as far as, you know, Angel Reese or whatnot, because, or black women in general. This is what Ryan Clark is basically saying. RG3, you're not qualified to speak on to judge whether a black woman actually hates Caitlin Clark or hates anybody. You're not qualified to judge black women's facial expressions or how they feel or be introspective about black women as if you were this expert in saying that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark. You're not qualified to make these assumptions because you're married to a white woman, right?
This one here for the thug.
This is what Ryan Clark said. So, in my humble opinion, I don't think that Ryan Clark was attacking RG3's family. I think he was basically criticizing RG3.
No captivity.
That's what I think. But RG3, he put the bullseye on his whole family and basically went on social media and tried to do the old okie doke and demonize Ryan Clark and turn the public's eye against him. He tried to create a negative public opinion on Ryan Clark, and it's one of the oldest tricks in the book. But let's listen to RG3 again. Let's go. He said it was racially based. Here we go.
But I always make sure that I stay inside of the arena. I think this has to be said because a lot of what Ryan Clark said was so racially based, it was uncomfortable. Just because Angel Reese is a black woman doesn't mean that a black man or a black woman who happens to be an analyst can't give their opinion on her game. Just because Angel Reese is a black woman doesn't mean that a black man or a black woman cannot critique her game. To be quite frank, a black man or a black woman can critique anybody's game just the same as a white man or a white woman can critique anybody's game. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, regardless of the color of skin that somebody is. And if you don't like that opinion, that's fine.
And I agree with RG3. Anybody is entitled to their opinion. I think the problem that Ryan Clark had was that RG3's opinion was so extreme towards Angel Reese, saying that she actually hates this white woman WNBA basketball player, Caitlin Clark, outside of basketball. He was assuming, he was making a call that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark outside of basketball, outside of the WNBA, outside of a basketball rivalry? Did RG3 take it too far? Did he put his tap dancing shoes on?
This one here for the thug.
What do you guys think?
But it shouldn't resort to personal attacks. I just believe we got to be better in this space, man. Debate the game. That's fine. Debate the game. But don't play with people's families. Don't bring my wife and my kids and my family and my home into something because you're trying to prove a point. Because if you need to cross that line and attack the person, then you've already lost.
So RG3 said, you crossed the line. Don't bring my family into it. Right? But is it true? Are black people that's married to white people allowed to criticize black issues? Are they? Hey, you know what? I'm going to change the wording in the middle of the podcast. Instead of saying allowed, I'm going to say qualified. So let's say that. Let's read the question again. Are black people that's married to white people qualified enough to criticize black issues? Or how about this? Are black men that's married to white women qualified enough to criticize black women?
No captivity.
When you've never dated, when you've never been married to a black woman in your life.
This one here for the thug.
RG3 has never been married to a black woman in his life. He was married to a white woman, got divorced, now he's married to another white woman.
Already lost whatever it is that you think that you're trying to win. Ryan Clark said,
shout out to Kuma in the building. And shout out to my brother Hot Sauce in the building. Shalom, bro. Great to see you. Shout out to Akron Slim in the building. What's going on, Akron Slim? Great to see y'all. Here we go. Let me back it up a little bit. Here we go.
Kids and my family and my home into something because you're trying to prove a point. Because if you need to cross that line and attack the person, then you've already lost. You've already lost whatever it is that you think that you're trying to win. Ryan Clark said, I don't understand the struggles of black women because my wife is white. That is so wrong. Way out of bounds. He suggested that I don't value my own wife, the one that I'm building a family with, the one that I protect, the one that I love and cherish.
Ryan Clark never suggested that you don't value your wife. I didn't hear that. Did you guys hear that? I didn't hear that. I think RG3 is reaching a little bit. I don't know.
But that I only value her because her skin is white.
I didn't hear that.
That is so wrong. And way out of bounds.
RG3 is kind of making stuff up right now. I don't think Ryan Clark said you don't value your wife and you only value your wife because of her white skin. He making that shit up about Ryan Clark now. Because we just heard Ryan Clark's response in its entirety. I didn't hear that. Yeah.
Ryan Clark implied that he, a man that...
Listen, I'm going to drop the link after I get done reacting to this video, okay? I got you guys. As soon as I get done reacting to this, I'm going to drop the link. How about you guys support the show? You want me to drop the link? Support the show. Support the show. Send a super cap or a cash cap. I appreciate y'all.
Never sat down at our dinner table. He implied that he knows my wife and values my wife and knows my marriage better than I know my own marriage. That is so wrong and way out of bounds. He claimed that I'm not having conversations in my own home about the struggles that black women have faced in this country because my wife is white. That's so wrong and way out of bounds, man. Not
Let me rewind that. Hold on.
wife and knows my marriage better than I know my own marriage. That is so wrong.
He didn't say that. And that's why everybody shouldn't be in front of a mic, right? He did not say, Ryan Clark did not say that at all. Listen, I'm gonna just keep it fair and balanced. We heard both videos. I did not hear Ryan Clark say he knows RG3's marriage better than RG3 knows his own marriage. No, come on, bro. You reaching.
Way out of bounds. He claimed that I'm not having conversations in my own home about the struggles that black women have faced in this country because my wife is white. That's so wrong and way out of bounds, man. Not to mention that we also raise black daughters. That I have a black mom, 2 black sisters, black aunties, black cousins, a black niece. That makes 0 sense. He claimed that I want to appeal to a certain audience. So because he doesn't agree with what I said, and maybe somebody over there said something similar that he doesn't agree with or that he doesn't align with politically or personally, because I said what I said, didn't tie it to what they said, now I want to appease to a certain audience. That's so wrong and way out of bounds.
Why are you saying certain audience? I hate when people just be tiptoeing. Just say white audience. Just say predominantly white audience. White people don't care? Then you're not gonna hurt white people's feelings. Come on, man.
No captivity.
Just say a certain audience. Why are people so afraid to offend white people? I don't disrespect white people over here. I can say white audience. Say white audience. Say it. Say it, RG3. Say it with your chest. Say white audience. Let me rewind and see if he say it.
Now, I want to appease to a certain audience.
Come on, RG3, say it, man.
No captivity.
Stop saying certain audience. Say white audience. You can do it, RG3. You don't gotta tiptoe. Let me see if you'll say it, man. Come on, let me see if you say it this time.
Now, I want to appease to a certain audience.
Come on, RG. Don't do it.
He's waiting for the thug.
You don't gotta say certain. Certain is not a race.
No captivity.
You can say white audience. Why y'all do this?
That's so wrong and way out of bounds. The only audience I'm focused on is the audience of one. I'm trying to please God. I'm trying to wake up every single day.
Don't they always do that? I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. One thing all of these guys got in common, they always gonna go to God. They always gonna go to white Jesus. We're all one. Yeah. They always do that. They always go. It's like a cop-out, right? It's like a cop-out. They always using God to do their damn dirty work.
No captivity.
Stop it! Shout out to Joseph A. Gomez for your $20 super cap. Thank you, Joseph A. Gomez.
Super chat.
I appreciate you. Joseph is a co-sponsor of tonight's show.
No captivity.
Joseph A. Gomez, thank you for your $20 super cap. He said, New Mexico here for Freezy. And No Cap family. Can the Hispanic, Mexican, Spanish, and Native American communities speak on black issues and vice versa?
No captivity.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Joseph A. Gomez. You can speak on whatever you want to speak on with them $20. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to you.
It's here for the thug.
You know, Joseph is my brother. Thank you to Joseph. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Joseph is the co-sponsor of today's show, right along with our sister, Conversations with MJ. I appreciate you.
No captivity.
Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate you. Shout out to American Man.
Super chat.
American Man, thank you for your $2 super cap. American Man says support a black that isn't Jordan. White lives matter. Shout out to American Man.
No captivity.
White American Man said support a black. I don't know what a black is. What is a black? Is a black like a what is that? What is a black? I don't even know what that is. Are you constipated, American Man? I don't know. Black. When you shit, when you shit, does it say black in the water or something? Are you stopped up? I don't know what black means. Yeah, but shout out to you anyway. I appreciate you, American Man.
No captivity.
Thank you for your $2, American Man. Let me see. I think we got some cash caps too. Shout out to Reese, man. Shout out to Reese, man, for his cash cap.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Let me see. Let me go over here to Reese. Here we go, Reese. Let me do this. Shout out to Reese for his cash cap. I appreciate you, bro, for your $2 cash cap.
No captivity.
Thank you, Reese, for your $2 cash cap. He said for the link. They want the link. They want the link. They want the link. I am going to put the link in the chat. I am going to put the link in the chat. I'm asking if you guys can have a little patience. I appreciate you. And I thank you. Let's get back to the video. Here we go.
And try to get better for my family. I'm not trying to please, man. But why is that even in question just because he disagrees with my sports take? I gotta make it be known, like, my support is not based upon the color of somebody's skin.
There you go. There you go. Listen, I mean, he's being very politically correct, and he's trying to make sure that whatever Ryan Clark said doesn't put a stain on his image, right? Shout out to Miss Kasani in the building. What's going on, sis?
No captivity.
Great to see you, Kasani. Always great to see you. Love, love, love. Great to see you, sis. Here we go.
It's based on the content of their character. I think one of the greatest Americans to ever live, Martin Luther King Jr., said that.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Don't they love to do it? Don't they love to do it? They like to go to Martin Luther King. They like to say stuff like, it's not about the color of your skin. It's based on the content of your character. Don't they love to do that shit? They say it every time. Let me tell you something. RG3 is not the first one I heard use that line. That's like the go-to line. That's like the go-to line, isn't it? Brownie said the link costs $50 to cash out No Cap Freezy. Shout out to Brownie.
No captivity.
Shout out to Brownie. Appreciate you, Brownie. Let's get it. Yo. They always like to bring up Martin Luther King for some reason.
Hell, he's the reason I'm even able to marry my wife.
Oh my God! And it gets worse. Hell, Martin Luther King is the reason why I was even able to marry my wife. No, he's not, RG3.
No captivity.
Have you ever heard of Loving versus Virginia? Have you ever heard of Loving versus Virginia? Loving versus Virginia was it was a case that allowed interracial marriages back in the 1930s. You need to get more educated, my brother.
It's here for the thug.
He said Martin Luther King was the reason why he was able to marry his white wife. Yo, it's getting ridiculous, man. Come on, man. This is just come on, bro. This is what I mean. Like, they overly use Martin Luther King. Right? It's just crazy, man. Shout out to the 79 people that hit the like button. Thank you. Please, if you haven't hit the like button so far, please do so at this present time. I wish you $4 million in your life. Believe it and receive it. Shout out to the one person that hit that dislike button as well. Let's get to the show.
Because back then, it was frowned upon. It was illegal for a black man and a white woman to get married.
Does anybody know when Loving versus Virginia was? Does anybody know when Loving versus Virginia was? Y'all look that up, please, okay?
So why would Martin Luther King Jr. fight for everything that he fought for and do everything that he did in the civil rights movement and push us forward for another black man to try to tear you down and tear down your sports take and make it personal and talk about your wife and your family? That's wrong. My sports opinions are based not on the color of someone's skin, but they're based upon what I see and using my experience.
Thank you. Correction, 1967. Thank you, 1967. I appreciate y'all. I don't know why I said 1930s, but I know about Loving versus Virginia. I know about Loving versus Virginia. Yeah, no.
And expertise as an athlete to come to a conclusion so I can talk to you guys about what I see, how I saw it, give you the examples from my own career, from what I've seen, what I've been taught by some of the greatest coaches to ever walk this earth. So why make that personal about my family and my wife and my kids? Let me be clear, guys. It is wildly inappropriate, wrong, and extremely low for someone to try to weaponize and attack someone's wife and kids.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is pathetic, man. RG3 is accusing Ryan Clark of attacking not only his wife, but his kids too. Not one time when we heard Ryan Clark's response on the Pivot podcast that he attacked RG3's kids. That's crazy.
It's here for the thug.
Did anybody hear that? I said, did anybody hear that? Did anybody hear that Ryan Clark attacked RG3's kids? Why do they put on like this? Why do they do this? And this is, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is what Ryan Clark was talking about. You know, it seems like not all black men, but when a percentage of black men marry outside their race, especially white women, it seems like that Karen disease, they get infected with it.
Captivity.
They get infected with the Karen disease. And they just go on and start saying outlandish shit that was never said. Start accusing black people of untrue, false things. It's just stupid.
Just because they don't agree with their sports take. It's dangerous to attack someone's wife, their marriage, and their family just because you want to pander and make it seem like you are supporting black women. You don't have to tear down a black man.
Shout out! Super chat! Shout out to Can I Get Some podcast in the building. Thank you. I appreciate you. Can I Get Some? Thank you, bro. Can I Get Some podcast? Thank you for your $10 super cap. Can I Get Some podcast said perfect example of a straw man argument.
No captivity.
Perfect example. I totally agree with you. Can I Get Some podcast? Great to see you, man. Super chat. Also, shout out to KG Kennels in the building. KG Kennels said, thank you for your $5 super cap. He said, that's because they're laying with the devil. That's because they're laying with the devil.
No captivity.
Shout out to KG Kennels. Thank you for your $5 super cap. If anybody would like to support the show, or if you would like to give your opinions, if you would like to be heard, listen, you can either do what my brothers and sisters have been doing, right? Either send a super cap or you can send a cash cap to $no cap freezy. That's $no cap freezy. I appreciate y'all.
To support black women. You don't have to tear down anybody to support someone. I didn't make it personal with Angel Reese. I didn't drag her family. I didn't question her soul. My opinion was based off of basketball. And I don't think it's a problem that she hates Caitlin Clark. I think it's great for the WNBA. It creates a rivalry. And guess what? I said all those things. But Ryan, you crossed the line, man. You made it personal and some. I really believe there should be no space in sports media for personal attacks. I've said it before. But certainly personal attacks against wife and children have always been off limits. Ryan, you attacked me and my family in a public forum on a level that shows just how low of a human being you are. You can disagree with me all you want. Challenge my takes. But keep my family and my wife out of it. That's a boundary that should always be respected, man. Always. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family.
Do y'all notice he keeps saying personally attacking, personally attacking, personally attacking? That's a tactic, right? He's repeating the personally attacking person. He's trying to ingrain that in his listeners' ears. He's saying personally attacking, personally attacking, personally attacking. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Ryan Clark actually personally attacked RG3's entire family. Or put a 2 in the chat if y'all think RG3 is full of shit right now.
No captivity.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Ryan Clark really did personally attack RG3's wife and kids. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that RG3 is full of shit right now. Pastor said full of shit. Kim said full of shit. Can I Get Some Podcast said full of shit. Fear No More to say he's full of it. Hashtag said full of shit. Antoine said full of shit. Sin 7 said this is rehearsed. Dragonfly said 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Full of shit. Oh, Lord ADS said yes, he really did. He thinks Lord ADS is saying he feels as though he really did personally attack RG3's wife and kids. Okay. Let me see. Her That's Her said full of shit. He's full of shit. Shicey Bomb said he's full of shit. Budget Cat, I don't know what 3 means. Brownie said his wife wrote this Freezy, and she said she's saying that RG3 is full of shit. Emperor is saying he's full of a lot of shit, right? Freezer, my YouTube cousin, what's going on, my brother? He said RG3 is full of shit. So only one person thinks that only one person in the chat thinks that Ryan Clark actually attacked RG3's wife and kids, and that was Lord ADS. Here we go, y'all.
Because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN.
Whoa. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? So we know, I think if I'm not mistaken, Ryan Clark is employed by ESPN. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. This shit is strategically put together to ruin Ryan Clark and his career. He mentioned ESPN. He said it was a bad look for ESPN. He's trying to get Ryan Clark fired.
No captivity.
Was that a low blow? Why would you do that? He's trying to get Ryan Clark fired. Hold on, let me rewind this. Hold on, wait.
Because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN.
Wow. Why would you mention ESPN? Yo, that was so low. And I'm gonna tell y'all something what I hate about these type of people, man. They do it with this innocent, good faith, I believe in God look.
No captivity.
Does anybody else see what I'm saying? Like, I hate that shit. They do it with this godly, I love God look. I'm a stand-up guy, loving God. Content of your character, not the color of your skin look. They do it with this innocent angle, like they're just innocent. I'm telling y'all, man, that's that Karen shit. I'm telling you, where did RG3 learn this shit from? Look at his mouth. Look how he's puckering his lips. Where did RG3 learn this shit from? Is there some truth to what Ryan Clark is saying? You're not qualified. Look how he's doing it. Look how RG3 is targeting Ryan Clark and his career. You're trying to get this man fired. You're trying to take food out of this man's mouth. No diddy. Right?
My family.
Exactly, Brownie. Holier than thou. Yeah, exactly.
Because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN.
Wow.
It's cowardly. It's spine.
What does ESPN have to do with this?
It's win for the thug.
That's what I want to know. What does ESPN have to do with any of this? That's what I want to know.
And it's weak. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family. Personally, because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for him as a man.
This is what I mean by these type of people. They throw rocks and they hide their hand, and they do it as if they are on the higher ground, because it's almost like they're on the white people's side. So automatically, because you're on white people's side, you're on the higher ground. You're higher. You know, you're the bigger person because you know you love white people too. You love everybody. You know. Bro, why would you even attack this man's job? Why? He's creating this narrative that Ryan Clark was attacking his wife and kids. All he said was, all right, in my humble opinion, I'm going to put the link in the chat too, right? In my humble opinion, all I heard was that Ryan Clark feels as though, and I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to play Ryan Clark's video again so we can make sure he's not attacking his wife and kids, right? I'm going to play Ryan Clark's video one more time. It's a short video. I'm going to play it one more time so we can make sure that Ryan Clark did not attack RG3's wife and kids. But from what I heard, all I heard Ryan Clark say was, man, bro, I met your wife. She's a lovely woman, but let's just be honest. I've heard you, RG3, brag and say that you just love white skin. You love white skin and milky and all that milky skin. You love the milk and the skin. And he was married to a white woman. It didn't work out. Then he got married again to another white woman. Ryan Clark is saying, for you to say and go out and say, make this huge assumption that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark even outside of basketball. Ryan Clark was saying that was such a huge assumption on a black woman. You're not qualified to make that.
No captivity.
That's what Ryan Clark was saying. That's what Ryan Clark was saying.
I hope you get the help you need, brother.
I hope you get the help you need. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, if y'all can bear with me, I'm gonna play Ryan Clark. I'm gonna play Ryan Clark's video one more time. I'm gonna play it straight through without talking, cause I want to make sure he didn't attack RG3's family. I want to make sure he didn't attack RG3's family. Okay. Okay, I want to make sure I heard him right. Here we go.
Freddie T, man, another exciting year. The WNBA started, and even with the Liberty being the champion and Asia Wilson being the MVP, all the talk is about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Yeah, it started off with a bang, man. And I think in any business, you need an amazing storyline. And I believe we have one. Last year, it was the rookies. It was Caitlin, it was Angel Reese. This year, the start of this season, we're back at it, right? Yeah. And if I didn't know any better, I would have thought they were trying to promo a fight, right? Because it was just a simple take foul. It was a foul. It was harmless. And I think Angel just got up in frustration at the point that they were down by so much right there in the third quarter. And she got up and she wanted to get a little aggressive. But I believe at the end of the day, we need that in the WNBA. I think that'll draw fans in. But yeah, Angel, you got to take that one, baby. Like, it wasn't even necessary. I think it was a little bit too dramatic. I believe Caitlin handled it like a pro in her press conference. But it's good to see the aggression, the passion from Angel. But yeah, man, welcome to the WNBA. It's back.
I mean, I love the fact that the WNBA has this exciting rivalry. And we've talked about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese for so long. I think I hate the fact that they're always pinned against one another. RG3 called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlin Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think Asia Wilson is the face of the league. Asia Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what black women deal with a lot from black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I'd like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racists, he'll be no less black than me.
No captivity.
So I heard the whole thing. Of course, Ryan Clark brought up RG3's wife and said he has a lovely wife, but he's pretty sure he's not talking about the oppression or things of the sort about how black women are being treated in this society in his household. He's saying that he knows RG3 personally, and you know he's quoted some things that RG3 has said as far as white women, how much he loves white women and their skin. Not one time did I hear Ryan Clark actually bring up RG3's kids. Now, if you guys want to include, if you want to say when he said the household, it was including his kids, okay, that's fair. Right? That's fair. But I will say this. It seems as though Ryan Clark actually personally knows RG3.
No captivity.
It seems as though Ryan Clark personally knows RG3 and what kind of character he has and what kind of dude he is, right? Shout out to Davey Richards in the building. What's going on, Davey Richards? I played it a couple times already before, Davey. Just rewind it. I played it a couple times before. Now I'm about to put the link in the chat and we can have a discussion, a respectful discussion about this. I'm eager to hear from you guys. Remember, listen, hold on. Let me go ahead and add, I'm sorry, Joseph. Let me go ahead and add you to the sponsorship board. Here we go, Joseph. Is he there? How about I do this? Joseph. There we go. Joseph Gomez is on the sponsorship board as well, right along with Conversations with MJ. $20 a piece. $20 a piece to become a co-sponsor or official sponsor of tonight's show. It has to be $20 or more. $20 or more. Listen, shout out to everybody that supported the show so far. If you would like your comments read and highlighted on this very opinionated topic, you can either do two things. Either leave a super cap or you can leave a cash cap to $ no cap freezy. That's $ no cap freezy. Soon as somebody leaves a cash cap, my alarm goes off. So I hear it. As soon as you leave one, I hear it. I appreciate y'all. Let me go ahead and put the link in the chat. And let's have this discussion. How about we do that? I appreciate y'all. Let's go.
Slide in like a lubricant. Don't forget the Gucci print. My little chick Peruvian. Hold up, let me check my ego. Lately been really focused on the neighborhood hero. Switching up my stamina, transforming the stilo. Niggas are playing hard, I'm playing smart. Yes, I should. I'm no longer in the hood like 10 hard bands start. Playing in my pocket, don't stock it to protect mine. I will introduce you to a rocket plugged in like a socket. I know all of you connects. When you see me, when you greet me, give me all of your respect. Waistline still, nothing getting killed but the tank. Tell your bro, keep her body. I just deal with the nigga. Holla. Wow. like the Lakers. Spot filled up with pizza, you got flavors. Anywhere I can take you. I don't want no bullshit bitch with me in Jamaica. Yeah, get rid of that hoe like she was stolen. Hey, look, you can keep that money if you owe me. Yeah, and you and your partner, y'all be rolling. And should've let my boy take shot like he was Kobe. Zay, play, Zay, Zay. I'm sliding like a lubricant. Don't forget the.
No captivity.
Shout out to my brother Reese from Philly.
He was muted.
Nah, I was muted. My bad. That was my bad, Reese. Shout out to my brother Reese from Philly. You got a new camera, Reese?
No.
You look a little clearer today. I don't know what's going on.
I ain't did nothing.
Is it the weed?
No captivity.
That's not weed he's smoking. That's just a cigarette, y'all. I'm just playing. Shout out to Reese. Reese, so Reese play basketball. You play basketball. You still play basketball to this day, Reese?
More than anybody alive.
So, obviously Reese is a big fan of basketball. Do you follow the WNBA, Reese?
Yep.
You do? Really?
I only follow the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's a pretty good player. I will say that. I said that earlier.
She's not pretty good. She's nobody's ever seen anything like this before.
So, do you agree with Ryan Clark that Aja Wilson is the best player in the NBA right now?
You know what? I can't argue against that. Aja Wilson is like Kevin Garnett, dog. Caitlin Clark is a better passer. She's faster. She shoots better. But Aja Wilson right now, her complete package, I don't know. It's tough to say because Caitlin Clark got a mid-range now, and she has the best court vision in history. She's like Pete Maravich.
So you would say that Aja Wilson is the best player. You would agree with Ryan Clark.
Yo, she's that good, dog. I'd have to put her at 1 and maybe Caitlin Clark at 1A. Caitlin Clark is just as good as she is.
But
everybody else way behind both of them. Everybody else is way behind them.
Way behind Aja Wilson and Caitlin Clark, right?
Yeah, way behind.
So let's talk about this controversy.
Love it.
You heard first of all, let's talk about RG3's first video. His first response to the foul and everything when Caitlin Clark actually doing the take foul on Angel Reese, pushing her to the deck, to the ground. RG3 made an assumption. He made a call saying that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And it's not a basketball rivalry hate. He's saying it's outside of basketball. What do you think? Do you think Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark even outside of basketball?
Maybe.
You think it's that deep?
She has a deep-seated hatred for Caitlin Clark that's 2 years old now. Well, not 2 years, but a year old. It's old news. Everybody knows she hates her.
Okay, I understand. Here's the thing, right? I understand hatred, like a competitive hatred, like inside of basketball, right? I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But to make a synopsis that this young black woman actually hates Caitlin Clark outside of basketball, outside of a basketball rivalry, how would RG3 even be able to make that assumption? How would he know that?
It might be a little bit bigger than basketball because of certain little things, man. It's like, and it ain't just Angel Reese either. There's a whole bunch of other people, man. It's a long line. So There was one particular incident last year where somebody on Angel Reese's team named Kennedy Carter, it's a dead ball. The ball isn't even in play. And she just charges into Caitlin Clark and knocks the fucking shit out of her for no reason. I never even seen no shit like this before. When she did it, Angel Reese was on the bench, jumping up and down and cheering for. And then she took a shot at Caitlin Clark. First chance she gets, she caught Caitlin Clark going to the hole. She went straight for her head, knocked the shit out of her, right out of bounds.
Right, but didn't Angel Reese get fouled early on in her WNBA career, and she made a comment saying, "Thank you for welcoming me to the NBA." Another. I think another.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo.
I think it was another
Reese,
black WNBA player fouled her, like pushed her to the ground or something like that.
It ain't just that. Angel Reese has hit the deck many times. Angel Reese go hard, dog.
Right.
It ain't no doubt about that. She goes to the deck all.
So how often do you think Angel Reese gets fouled? You think?
Oh, every game.
So this is nothing new to Angel Reese. That's what you're saying.
Angel Reese's style, like she swings her arms up, she makes people foul her. She knows how to do that. That's literally her only skill she has. She has no other skill. You know what I'm saying?
So she's not a stranger to being fouled, then, right?
Hell no.
Okay. No. Shout out to John Cracker Jack, aka Hot Sauce in the building.
No captivity.
What's going on, Cracker Jack?
Just so you know,
I'm chilling, man.
The WNBA is way more violent than the NBA.
You think the WNBA? I don't really watch the WNBA like that. Is it really that violent?
The play style is way more contact. Way more.
What do you think, Cracker Jack? As far as do you think RG3 was right on point? Do you think he was well within bounds to make that huge assumption that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark, even outside of basketball, outside of a basketball rivalry?
It's no assumption. I mean, it's known. First of all, everyone knows that majority of the girls are either jealous or have hatred for Caitlin Clark ever since she joined the WNBA because the numbers that she brings in. Caitlin and Reese, their rivalry even goes back to college when Caitlin won first. Then they were invited to the White House. Then Caitlin lost again, and Angel won, and then the White House invited both Caitlin and Angel Reese and LSU, and then LSU was like, "No, we ain't doing that because when they won, you didn't invite us, right?" Mm-hmm. So their beef goes way back then. So this is not some type of secret. So Ryan is way out of pocket. Then he's mentioning both his wives. He mentioned race first, and the man said he's dealing with self-hatred. Right? Ryan started this.
So we know, right, that there's a level of competitiveness in professional sports, in any sport, in any level of sport, right? We know that. We know there's a level of contention that could brew on the court, on the field. RG3, he made a very bold statement saying that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark outside of basketball. Now here's the thing. If he would have, here's the thing, right? When RG3 came back with his response towards Ryan Clark, he fibbed a little bit. He told a lie and said, well, you know, my assessment was only centered around basketball. It was just centered around basketball. It was within the bounds of basketball. And I replayed it several times. It was out. He actually said it wasn't just about a basketball rivalry. He said Angel Reese flat out hates Caitlin Clark. So there was some inconsistencies with that. You don't see a problem with those inconsistencies.
So let me ask you this, right? When the media broke about how Kobe and Shaq hate each other offside the court, where's the drama with that? When Kyrie Irving said that he hates playing with LeBron, right? right? He doesn't like LeBron. Or when KD talking about how he doesn't want to be anywhere near LeBron because LeBron is toxic. His whole circle is toxic. So I mean, it's the same thing.
So here's the thing, right? We have enough information on Shaq and Kobe to know why Shaq and Kobe have an extending contentiousness outside of basketball. Things happened outside of basketball, actually, involving their marriages and stuff, right? So we can make a good assessment on that. What the point I'm trying to make with the point that how I'm looking at this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese situation, which RG3 actually tried to, he made a bold statement saying that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark basically outside of basketball. I just don't get where he could make that assumption, right? And Ryan Clark felt like he was out of bounds, especially making this assumption. But no, but with his white wife in the background and him actually never really being married to a black woman and always, being involved with white women. So he was saying that this is what Ryan Clark was saying. That was a big assumption. How could you even make that big of assumption that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark outside of basketball? Nobody has made this assumption. Nobody has said this. And Angel Reese herself has not said this.
That's not true, Freezy.
Angel, listen what I'm saying. Angel Reese, listen. Nobody to the degree of RG3 has said this, right? And Angel, listen.
Not true at all.
Angel Reese has never said this, right? So we know, we know that Shaq has commented on Kobe outside of basketball. We know all of those other connections that Hot Sauce made. These people have voiced their dislike for these people outside of basketball, right? What I'm saying is, have we heard Angel Reese say, I don't like Caitlin Clark as a person?
Yes, you see. Matter of fact, because it started with the LSU Iowa situation. That's how far the beef go back. The beef
that's
go back
still
to
basketball,
bro. But when they got invited to the White House, that's where the beef started, and it just perpetuated from there. You can look at
it started before that.
Okay, fine. But you can look at Angel Reese's. You can look at Angel Reese's social media and all the shots taken at Caitlin Clark. And on top of that, no one has ever denied that she hates him. No one right now saying,
listen to my words. I'm not saying she has some type of contention against Caitlin Clark. I'm saying, how would RG3 know that Angel Reese goes to sleep, leaves the gym, hating Caitlin Clark as a person in general? The way RG3 drew it up was that this black woman hates this white woman as a person and not a basketball player.
Right.
And this is what Ryan Clark was saying was he was wrong about. He went too far. Right?
No, he didn't.
So let me go to Dame. Shout out to Dame in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
And I see you down there, KT, to go. You want me to bring you? I see you cammed up, KT. Give me the thumbs up if you want me to bring you up on camera, bro.
Nah, you alright. I ain't even sweating that. I was really back here just waiting for
okay, no problem. Dame, what's your initial opinions on this whole RG3, Ryan Clark, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark situation?
I think this thing kind of got a little blown out of hand. What's up, Freezy?
What's going on? Dame, my boy Dame in the building.
Captivity.
Big dog. Yeah, I think what happened was I think RG3 overstated, and he was just like, oh, she hates her and hates her. I think he was trying to say maybe there's some animosity. I think it all starts stemming from the whole endorsements things and the shoe deals and all that kind of stuff that she got before she even bounced the ball on a professional court. Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff made a little bit of animosity. I think everybody would be. I think most people, it's human nature. If you feel like you're better than somebody and they getting all these accolades for something that's not any type of like just because they white or whatever, then I think they may be a little bit of issue with that, but it ain't got nothing to do. I think most of the stuff that she got beef with is on the court stuff, you know. And I think what RG3 did was he tried to tie that whole maybe animosity because of the endorsements and that she felt like the premature accolades that she was getting to a personal beef. But I think what she might have had issue with was with the system that kind of made all that possible, you know? So he tried to be like, because this happened, she can't help but have some kind of hate or anything like that. But nah, just like you said, I think when they get on the court, they get physical, they get intense, and then they play hard against each other. And I think it's beneficial to the WNBA because the thing that saved the NBA in the 80s was that Magic Bird beef. Like it brought up ticket sales, it brought up shoe sales, it brought up jersey sales, all that stuff was that rivalry. So that kind of stuff is good for business to try to play on that. So I think that's why it's propagated so much in the WNBA. Everybody's like, ooh, is that the issue? Is it, white versus black or whatever? Even though I don't think they want it to be that. I don't think the players want it to be that.
So let me ask you something, Dame.
Go ahead,
do you think the comments that RG3 made could be let me say smearing, should I say, to Angel Reese's character? As far as it's almost like he was making it like a black girl versus against a white girl,
Yeah, it absolutely can. It can like really disperse her character because it make it seem like she's mad at her for basic or greedy or like negative reasons, not because she's a better player than her or whatever, something outside of basketball. And like you said, and I saw the video when he tried to walk it back and say, "Oh, I was talking about just on basketball." No, you wasn't. You was talking about some other stuff, and then you realized you didn't have anything to substantiate it. It was just all opinion. People was going to hang you out to dry to that. So you tried to walk it back and be like, "Oh, I'm just basketball."
And then he kind of went full victim mode, didn't he?
Yeah. But I took some notes off of the thing that you were.
Okay, go ahead. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Yeah.
Okay. So I think what I'm sorry, what's the brother name again? The brother who he was responding to.
Oh, I think you talking about Hot Sauce.
No, not Hot Sauce. No, I'm talking about the athlete who's
Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark.
Yeah, Ryan Clark. I knew what you call it. I remember his first name. Ryan Clark. I think what it is he brought up the whole racial dynamic thing. He made it about race and what you call it. I don't necessarily, if RG3 was making it about race, he was real subtle with it. He wasn't overtly doing it, but it was undertones, but he made it straight up. He went straight for the, self-hate kind of like, you're not having conversations about what Black women go through. And I think most single men aren't having conversations about what Black women go through unless they're
that's a fair assessment.
Panels. I think that's just not a conversation that unless you like have Black daughters or you have a Black wife or what have you, are you having those conversations pretty regularly? But I think he tried to make it seem like he hates himself and I don't know. He said he worked with him, so maybe he's coming from firsthand knowledge. But I'm thinking when he put that all Black men who date out of their race seem to have this thing where they need to denigrate like Black women and raise up white women because they're married to them. I think that's a trope that's been played out like maybe in the 50s when brothers was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you some money and give me a white woman." I mean, dudes ain't saying that shit no more. That shit is like there's no benefit. You don't gain any kind of cool points or you don't get a freedom pass from police brutality and because you got a white woman. I think he just overplayed his hand with that shit.
I appreciate that, Dame. Y'all stay put. KT, the last one, then we can have a round table. KT, what's your initial thoughts on this whole thing? Thank you for coming up, bro.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Shout out to all y'all up here. Man, look, I just feel like it's definitely not something She doesn't hate her off the court. Do they have a rivalry on court? Yeah. Do she feel she's a better athlete? Probably. I think it's kind of valid to say like they gonna have problems anyway. I don't think either one of them are extremely extraordinary. If we're being very honest, they both just came at the right place in the right time. They're both good, skilled talents, but no offense, I listened to Reese when he was like Caitlyn, the number 2 player in the league. This woman averages 20 points per game and 40% shooting from 2-pointer, my nigga. This is mid as fuck. She averages 10 assists with 5.5 turnovers per game.
Who you talking about? You talking about Angel Reese? Or?
No, that's Caitlin Clark. This is Caitlin Clark numbers.
No captivity.
I want to respond to that. I want to respond to that.
I got you, Reese. You can respond to it when you get there.
Yeah. And I'm just saying though, like if we talking about statistically, I can take arguments on a statistical basis. Do I think the girl's very popular? Fuck yeah. Is she very popular because she's white? Yes. Let's be real, because any black girl that did nothing, like also back to what was we saying, I agree. This one talent that Angel has may be getting in the paint. The one talent, what's her name, has is shooting threes. And I guess you gain the second ability of passing because now everybody defending you because they know they're literally going to let you shoot whatever 3 out here. So now you can just pass the ball to the open person, the extra defender who slides to you or whatever. But yeah, even then, you still averaging 5 turnovers. We would see this for any NBA player, WNBA player change their names. We would say these people are regular. So it does have a black-white dynamic. I think we can't really skip that out. Because even I don't know, the other guy, Hot Sauce, he was saying Caitlyn won a champ. That's the thing you forget. Caitlyn didn't even win a fucking ring. None of those years.
No captivity.
Caitlyn didn't win shit. So when we talking about the number 1 consistent overall pick, because you're on let's be very frank, no one can name anyone off her team. That team was fucking terrible. She's the best player. Give her the rock, let her shoot. Like, everyone gonna look good in that case. Like, this is no offense, and this is what I find funny. I guarantee most of y'all will be the same niggas who will make the argument that Shador didn't deserve to be overdrafted. But then y'all will come and say somebody like Caitlin Clark is like, she deserves her place. We can't, and this is why it's gonna keep being a black-white dynamic. Because even for our black people, for some odd reason, we can look at white people and say, oh, that's not extraordinary. But for a white person, it's extraordinary. Give them hella love. And then for black people, we'll say, well, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You really ain't that good. You know, your daddy made your shit. But I land my plane.
Shout out to KT to go. Go ahead, Reese. You want to respond? I see you, Hot Sauce, Dane. Whenever y'all want to jump in, this a round table. We can talk as men. Okay, no problem, Hot Sauce. Got you. Go ahead, Reese.
Breezy, so you saying that you don't really know about women's basketball?
No, WNBA, I would be lying if I said I watched it religiously. Yeah, I'd be lying.
Prepare yourself for this, okay?
Okay.
Because this chick ain't nothing regular about her. Nothing at all. Her storyline, she's the most compelling sports figure that's ever walked the earth. I'm putting her over Ali and Jesse Owens that broke the color barrier.
This nigga's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait. Could you make that statement one more time? You'll put her over who? Ali?
She's the most impactful, compelling sports figure that's ever walked this earth. I'm putting her over Serena, Ali, and Jesse Owens that broke the color barrier.
Damn. Wow. Shit.
You ready?
Yeah.
No. I'm not gonna put her over Jesse Owens. I'm not gonna put her over Jesse Owens. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Damn.
Caitlin Clark.
This is crazy.
Her list of achievements, you can't even talk about them in a show. There's never been an athlete that ever lived that's done what she's done on the court or financially for that business. That sport is a business, right? Now watch this. The WNBA has never ever net a profit. It's been living off the surplus of the NBA. So literally, NBA players are paying WNBA players salaries by default. Because if there was no WNBA, they would make much, much more, even though they're making astounding amounts of money now. Caitlin Clark broke the scoring record in college from women and men. And she had some phenomenal games. She had something like 40-something points and a bunch of assists and rebounds, and nobody's ever seen anything like this. And the world loved her so much that they fucking formatted a football stadium to have one of her games in. That means thousands and thousands of people. You know how big a football stadium is. Thousands and thousands of people came out to watch a fucking dot run back and forth. You know how small a basketball court looks in the middle of a football stadium? You way up in the... Listen, man. She came to the league. Before she took her first shot, she got hated on by black superstars that are in the top 10 of all times that were lying. They were telling bold, flagrant, mathematical lies on the most popular podcast in the world about this woman, hating on her, and white ones too. The coaches hated her. The refs hated her. Her own team hated her. It was all they had targets with, and the woman has never said one negative word to another human being, ever. All she ever did was play ball and get love from the public. Now everybody trying to connect her to MAGA and all type of dumbass woke bullshit. Now, we spent all that shit after Angel Reese won the championship. This is where the beef started. She walked around and followed Caitlin Clark. Remember, there's like a bunch of players on both teams. She chose Caitlin Clark to follow her around with the ring finger like this long after the game is over. People going home. She's still following her around, mocking her like this. All Caitlin Clark did was take the high road and walk away. That's why
that's what Kate did to her opponents when she beat them.
I ain't cut you off. That's why the world knows who Angel Reese is, because she did that. Nobody gave a fuck about Angel Reese before that because she trash.
Do that. I see you, Kev. Do you want me? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to bring you up, Kev. Give me a thumbs up.
Liberty were literally the worst.
You want to stand in the back, Kev? Okay, no problem. Okay.
They were literally the worst team in the league. Caitlin Clark put them on her back after having a losing streak in the beginning, by the way, right? Put them on her back, fought them up to get to the playoffs. The worst team in the league, dog. And they iced her from the All-Star game, knowing it would have brought millions and millions of dollars. She is a stock, bruh. They got a $2 billion national television contract for her. That's unheard. That would have never happened without Caitlin Clark. The WNBA was on its way out of here, dog. She single-handedly saved the WNBA by herself. The rest of the players, all these players that hate her, are getting chartered flights now because of her. Because the revenue is there. And they hate her. And they took her head off last year like 12 times. I'm talking about vicious. Not no regular flagrant fouls or hard foul. I'm talking about malicious, murderous shit. Nobody said nothing about it. And all year long, Dawn Stallion, Cheryl Swoops.
We a lot of
I'm going to land the plane because it would take an hour to go through all the records she broke in a rookie year. Like, a rookie year broke all the records there are, damn near. And broke two of them.
Hold on, Reese. KT, I'm gonna let you go out the hot sauce and Dame. If Dame want to go, I want to go in order. Shout out to Kev. Actually, I'm gonna get Kev in there too. Well, go ahead, hot sauce. You next. Go ahead.
My last statement. So the reason why I mentioned Ali and Jesse Owens is because the racism she been the news and the media and niggas on YouTube will tell you that her fans is racist. It's all lies. There ain't no evidence of that. But the racism and the racist comments that have been said on social media about this chick for no reason at all, you can roll them down the block, dog. They go
okay. Go ahead, hot sauce. Go ahead, hot sauce.
All right. Well, this is what I'm going to say. So, fact number one. There was a bounty on Caitlin Clark when she entered the NBA because a lot of people were jealous. It were vitriol to her. Even sports commentators, Ryan Clark was one of them, that went to say, hey, you all need to pump the brakes because this woman is bringing in money. If y'all injure her, like really injure her, then the money's going to stop rolling in. And Ryan Clark, Shaq, everybody, TNT, everybody was making this comment. Number two, the reason why RG3 has validity to say she hate him, because there was text messages, there was social media posts that Reese posted taking personal shots at Caitlin Clark that she
Like
had
what kind
to
of
delete.
personal shots?
They're
I
gone.
mean, this
They're
is
gone.
this is like 2 years ago, man. This is like long, but it's like Mickey Mouse shit. But the point is, she was forced. She was forced to delete them, and they existed. I mean, you can just YouTube it. I didn't interrupt anybody. You can YouTube it, right? So these are the 2 points. And the last point is this, right? Ryan is out here talking about the men's both marriages while he has kids with a white woman. I'm done.
Okay, Dame, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, first I got just the I was astounded by the whole most important person in walking the earth shit. That was just some extra stuff right there. But
prove me wrong.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that is the situation. If there was any hate going back and forth, it had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with Angel Reese hating this woman because she was white or anything like that. I think what it was a lot of WNBA players who put in mad work in the league and they didn't see no type of endorsement or contracts. Then this woman came in and she got it exclusively not exclusively, like a big part of that was because she was white and they saw her as the great white hope of establishing some type of new branding of the WNBA, because historically the WNBA has looked like kind of a hood league, bunch of manly looking lesbians and stuff like that and what have you. They wanted to rebrand it with a white face, so they saw that branding opportunity. So that's the reason why she got a lot of hate that she got. People feel like she hadn't earned the accolades and the acknowledgments that she got, not over the people that have been there doing the work. And then just to go back to what Hot Sauce says about, like, I think it all started with RG3. He shouldn't have been trying to make it seem like he had personal firsthand knowledge that Angel Reese hated Caitlin Clark. I mean, unless he had a conversation with her, like, yeah, we was in Washington a while ago, and she told me I hate this chick. Then he shouldn't be speaking on nothing like that, because it's all conjecture and it's all opinion. And he didn't try to state it as it's my opinion from just what I observed. He tried to make it seem like it was a fact. So I think that's where he went wrong. But then I think Ryan Clark, with the whole like self-hate and not acknowledging what black women go through and I think he just made it extra. He was just trying to virtue signal, trying to make it seem like there was something that RG3 should be doing, or because it's a black woman, you're not supposed to like talk about him or say anything negative about him. But that's what you don't want. You want to treat everybody the same in situations like that. You like, if you will talk about anybody, you talk about them. If you have opinion on them, you state your opinion and you stand on it. I think that's where he kind of like lost me with it.
I think you're right. RG3 was kind of saying it matter of factly, and while his white wife was in the back, kind of agreeing with it too. It was just the whole scene, how it looked, right? And I think that's what Ryan Clark was it kind of triggered him a little bit. KT to go, then I'm going to go to Kel Stutters. Go ahead, KT to go. You can respond.
Yeah, we gotta stop the cap, man. This is no captivity. You feel me? Let's stick to the program, all right? Again, it's justifiable to be mad. She's not very good. I'm talking about you like you said, Reese. Prove statistically where she's been extraordinary any year. She hasn't been better than any Angel McContry.
Do you really want me to do that, dog? Do you really want me to do that?
You could say break records, right? Listen, if you put up the most 3-point attempts, the most 3-point attempts, does that make you a good 3-point shooter? Because your percentage is literally 50%, that's this year. The first year was 38%, basic shit. This year it is 50%, but you're shooting 40% from the 2-pointer. That is horrible. That is high school fucking basketball player shit, male or female. 40% field goals,
Wrong.
nigga, you're in the lane.
You don't watch the games, bro.
I watch the
This
games
nigga
and know the
basketball.
percentages. This is why I'm able to tell you the
Nobody's ever
percentages.
seen no shit like this, dog, ever before in women's
No,
basketball.
what we never seen is somebody glaze the white people like this. This what y'all. It's like, bro.
Oh.
It's like this shit.
All my favorite players
No
was black.
captivity.
All my favorite players was black over the years. I tell the truth, and niggas do not.
And
This
niggas
chick
was
single-
like
no
you said,
player
they
in
were
his,
black.
no
right?
athlete in history has come to an industry and quadrupled the value of that industry in their fucking rookie year before she took the basketball. Quadrupled. They have a $2 billion national TV contract now and charter flights because of her. Everybody in the entire WNBA salary is going to go up because of one fucking person. Coaches and everybody else. She is a stock. You can literally put her on the stock market. And that's not no exaggeration whatsoever. No athlete has ever done that in history. Not Tiger Woods, not Jesse Owens, not Muhammad Ali.
Oh, let me let KT finish his point. Then I'm gonna go to Kev Stutters. Go ahead, KT.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it quick still. My main point is you're capping. Because the shit ain't
That was
quadruple.
untrue. That's not true.
Captivity.
What's
It
not
ain't
true?
quadruple. Have they gained more profit? Yes, but the point is still that they've gained more profit simply off she's being white. This is why you didn't go to say and name any statistics that were good.
Yo, she's
yes, you
broken
can say she
every
broke
fucking-
records, but listen to me, brother.
God.
Listen to me.
She's
because
a rookie
you
and
break
broke every
records in
record.
attempt.
You don't even
make
understand what's
good.
going on, bro. Listen, she's played 1 year and broken about 40 records. Do you understand?
Bro,
When this
she
chick's
averaged
career-
20
Wait,
points
watch
per
this.
game.
When this chick
You know how
retires,
many points per game she averaged the rookie year?
that don't mean nothing. She has more triple doubles.
She averaged 19 points per game.
Why is
She
everybody
averaged
looking at
8.
points?
Listen, she averaged 8 assists and 8 turnovers her rookie year. That's extraordinary. Better than Jesse Owens level shit to you?
She got murdered every
This
time
win
she
for
got
the
the ball
thug.
for the whole first half of the season with no calls, dog. And they was giving her turnovers.
You were just talking about how
The
physical the
whole-
league is,
the
female
whole white
period.
mafia in the WNBA ganged up on this chick.
One of
I
the
ain't
first
never
things you
seen no
said when
shit
you
like
came
this.
up here, Reese, was the women are way more physical. Caitlyn ain't the only one getting treated like that.
Can I read something real quick?
I don't care
Everybody
about
going off
that.
feeling. Can I read a fact?
Hold on.
Just
Before
hard,
you,
but
before
nobody
you,
else gets hit
hold
when
on,
they're
Reese.
not playing.
Hold
She
on,
gets
Reese.
hit,
Before you
she's
do
not
that,
playing.
Dame, shout out to Mo Love. Thank you. She said Freezy and the No Cap crew. Shout out to you, sis. She said she's giving out love,
No
man.
captivity.
Shout out to Mo Love. Make sure y'all subscribe to Mo Love's channel and hit the notification bell.
Freezy,
Real
you
quick,
don't know,
Dame, and then
man.
I'm gonna go to Kel.
All right, just let me read this real quick. It says, in 2024, WNBA's financial performance has been a mixed bag, marked by increased popularity and revenue, but also significant losses. While specific profit figures for the WNBA is not publicly available, sports indicate that the league was projected to lose $50 million despite a surge in interest in record-breaking attendance viewership. The projected loss highlight is ongoing challenge the NBA faces achieving popularity. And one of the reasons given is not specifically Caitlin Clark, but it's the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Just like I said earlier.
Captivity.
It's all cap. It's all cap. The article is cap.
Like I said earlier, just like how Bird and Magic saved the NBA. The reason there's an NBA to supplement the WNBA is because Bird and Magic had this rivalry that ignite black people versus white people, and they wanted to see who was better at playing basketball. So that's why it is.
Well, Reese, hold on. Reese just said earlier, Caitlin Clark is the reason why they eating lobster and shrimp on a private jet, man.
That's a motherfucking fact. Man, debunk that shit, nigga. Debunk that $2 billion national TV contract. You know what that means about
hold on, Reese, before you take off. Let me get my brother Kev Stutters in the building. Shout out. Appreciate you coming up, Kev.
No captivity.
What's your opening
What's
thoughts,
up, y'all?
Kev? What's going on, Kev?
All right, so I heard one of the guys on here say that Caitlin Clark's stats are trash, like, and how they would be trash if it was a man or a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, have y'all ever heard of Russell Westbrook? Do you know how many turnovers that he do?
Allen Iverson.
Hey, Allen Iverson. That's another one, bro. Listen, they be shooting like 38% from the they gonna field, all type of shit, right? But anyways, so one of the reasons why Caitlin Clark is so popular, like I'm not gonna lie, her being white does have something to do with it, right? And the thing is this, right? It is because we've never seen a white person shoot like this, especially a female. Like we never seen somebody white doing it, right? Now there are
and
a whole lot of black women.
after Kev gets done talking, it's a round table. You guys can just be men and just talk. Go ahead.
Yo, what about the footwork and the dribble and the court vision,
hold up.
and the crossover, the
Hold
hezzy,
up.
everything else, the whole package.
Hold up. Wait. Let Kev finish his full thought. Then you guys can have a round table.
Yeah, but it definitely is because she's white. Like that does have something to do with it. Like now, I'm not saying, or whatever, that she can't play. I love Caitlin Clark. Like I love watching her play. You know what I'm saying? I think that she dope. I think that the freaking WNBA overall is fucking trash, but Caitlin Clark just makes you want to actually watch the game. Like I don't watch any of them other females on there, but I do watch Caitlin Clark. But her skin color definitely does have something to do with it, because there are a whole bunch of black women that are in the WNBA that can actually shoot all type of shit. But it's just the fact that that's just normal. Like it's normal to see a black person that can shoot the ball good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but whenever you see somebody white doing it, it's like, oh shit! Like we didn't know that white people could actually ever shoot like this. That's it though.
Well, I mean, but here's the situation, right? I think we're getting a little bit off topic. The point is, it's just that the whole thing about between Ryan and RG3, right? At the end of the day, I mean, it's proven that Angel Reese doesn't like or hate Caitlin Clark, and I mean, and that's the bottom line. I mean, we have proof of that. And then Ryan hit him with the black card.
You gotta stop saying this proof and you lying.
There's literally dozens of receipts. Dozens.
Bro. Angel Reese has mentioned Caitlin Clark plenty of times, saying or whatever. Just kind.
I did not cut
anybody say they hate each other, but they definitely. She definitely got some resentment.
Hold on, Jay. Go ahead, Hot Sauce, and I'm coming to you next, Jay.
Ryan and RG3, they got beef with each other probably because when he talked about when they worked together, et cetera, right? So it's Ryan who blew this out of proportion, because if anybody else would have said that Angel and Caitlin don't like each other, nobody would have had a problem with this, because it's well known in the WNBA. It's well known. So the fact that we sitting here all appalled and astonished that RG said that's cap. That's cap. Because right, and I'm letting my play here. No one, even Ryan, didn't say that's not true. He explained it. He explained why Angel Reese don't like her. But no one has yet to come forth and say, no, Angel Reese don't hate that girl. No one had came out and said that yet. And I passed the mic.
Go ahead, Jay. What's your opening thoughts, Jay?
I definitely think Angel Reese definitely has some type of resentment for Caitlin Clark. Now, I'm not saying that she hates her. That's not what I'm saying.
Do you think she hates Caitlin Clark outside of basketball? Do you think it go that deep?
You can see it in her eyes.
I mean, it might be. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that last year, but like, definitely seeing what I saw last game, I definitely see some resentment. This is like I said, this is no LeBron versus Steph. This is no Jay-Z versus Nas. This is no LL Cool J versus Kumo D. Like this is like Young Jeezy versus Gucci Man right here, man. This is some crazy beef.
Anybody want to respond?
I gotta say this real quick.
Go ahead.
This is the wildest thing I got to say about this is starting from Caitlin Clark pushing her. This video been up this whole time. Y'all see it. Caitlin pushed her, and y'all talking about how, but yeah, nah, that's clear proof that this Angel Reese hate her. This woman pushed her. Like y'all see
Yep,
that as a
I
literal
respond to
friend
that. That wasn't
I mean, it was
that
it
was
was a
just a
hard
little
foul.
like
I
ticky
want to
tack
respond to
foul.
that
It
though.
was a
I
hard.
want to respond to that.
It was a hard foul.
That was
He wasn't
nothing.
pushed.
Freezy. See, this is what. See, you don't know. You don't watch ball. So maybe dude don't know, or
I can
maybe
play
he's just
now.
leaving this out.
I
Maybe
dunk
he's
on
leaving
your
this
ass,
out on
Reese. I'm
purpose.
just saying. I'm just.
Listen, man. Angel Reese cheered when somebody clobbered Caitlin Clark last year, and she took Caitlin Clark's head off and knocked her out of bounds into the turnbuckle. Into the cushion, the court cushion. She has displayed hatred towards this girl dozens of times. You can see it in her eyes. There are countless still shots of her looking at Caitlin Clark like she wants to murder her, dog.
Y'all
It's
some
evident.
lame. I'm sorry. You ain't never played
Caitlin Clark
basketball.
fouled her. Now watch this.
You done talked
This
a
is what
billion
people.
times how you can play basketball, so you ain't never had a rivalry with somebody. Do that mean you hate them?
This
Larry
ain't no
Bird and
rivalry.
Magic Johnson talk about that rivalry
Last year, Freezy, and this is true, the woke media and the woke mob and the woke, all of them, the whole league is woke. So they formed a rivalry like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were competing for the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year trophy was way out of reach.
Let me ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all. Wait, let me ask this question right here, right? Because this will kind of help me out. Now I know when there's like a deep hatred, like 50 Cent and was it 50 Cent and Ja Rule, right?
Ja Rule.
Something like that.
You don't
You're gonna
say
see
nothing nice about
numerous.
that motherfucker.
You're gonna see numerous tweets. Just on a random day, right? Instagram posts. Is it like that with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? Do you see like numerous?
Here's the evidence. Here's the evidence.
Hold on, wait.
Hold
Hold on, Reese. Do you see Angel Reese just on a regular day just making numerous tweets about Caitlin Clark or Instagram posts?
I don't even know what
They
you're
made her
trying to do
take
right
it down. That's what I said before.
No, you said something about
like,
you
bro,
said
I
something
said
about
that-
some messages about it was like something small or something, right?
now.
But
No.
this is what
I
this is.
said when hear me out.
Well, I asked you what the
said was
messages
that
were about. You said you couldn't remember. It was
so
so long ago. It was like 2 years ago or something.
Because it ain't none. And what it is, they'll try to say this correlates.
Hold on. Bro, at the end of the so let's get two things straight. If you hate somebody even in the realm of basketball, even when you're not playing basketball, you still hate them. Magic Johnson did not like Larry Bird. Even when he was not playing basketball at the time.
That's
he still
wrong.
didn't
You're
like
wrong.
that.
You're wrong.
He still did not like Larry Bird at that time. But the point is this, bro.
Nah,
She
Magic
had
and Bird,
tweets
they was cool
on-
off the court.
I was about to say.
that she had to take that she had to take down. And this is 2 years ago. So look, who's gonna remember something between two people?
Nigga,
2
every
years
time
ago?
a
But
screenshot
she
is put
did
up, they
have-
keep it because the internet you can't erase it, bro. Come on, now all of a sudden this the one
Well,
thing
then
that got
Google that
erased.
shit.
Nobody screenshotted it before it got
Oh no,
erased.
content creators got that
You
shit.
can Google it.
It's a long trail of bullshit on YouTube from that chick, man. It ain't even no argument.
So we know how
Google that
YouTube
shit.
do though,
Or not.
y'all. Everybody watching, we know how YouTube do. You gonna come in with a certain method. This is your angle. This is how I prove it, even though it ain't proof. People follow it and people fuck
Too
with
many
it.
receipts.
This is
Too
what
many.
they doing. They say, "Oh, she said this, but we know it really meant that." Listen, what Reese kept saying. It's look at her eyes, nigga. You're playing basketball. You're gonna be intense about playing basketball.
She
Period.
followed the chick around for like 3 minutes.
Oh, like I said, you forgot that's what she did to her opponents when she was beating them, huh?
Not for no 4
Okay,
minutes.
she didn't do it. She
No,
didn't
it
do it
wasn't for
like
no 4
4
minutes.
straight minutes,
It
bro.
wasn't for no 4 minutes. That's what y'all exaggerating and bullshit.
Okay, this is the message. This
we
got
saw
to be
it
the
on
message
TV,
that
bro. What you talking about? We saw it on
Hot
TV.
Sauce is talking about. This is the message. This is the only message I could find. It says, and that's on getting a win in a packed area, not just cause of one player on our charter flight, Skytown.
Ooh, that's a
She
sneak.
literally throwing shots.
I'm saying, but it's
dozens of times.
But what I'm saying is that's to me this sounds more competitive. Hold on, wait, let me finish. That sounds more competitive, like basketball. It doesn't sound like hatred outside of basketball. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So here we go.
Y'all acting like she done hopped up there and said plain looking white bitches getting love in the WNBA.
Daily Mail.
Everyone alive
So
knows
Daily
she's
Mail,
not allowed
Angel
to
Reese
talk.
breaks her silence on feud and racism. And racism. This is also New York Post. Angel Reese reposts TikTok mocking white girl Kelly Clark as WNBA rivalry escalates. What else is there?
Where you get this from? White
Angel
girl.
Reese takes shots at Kelly Clark.
So wait. There's an article saying.
New York Post.
Wait, are you reading? A New York Post is full of shit. Come on now.
Hey, Freezy, can we agree that a rivalry is a back and forth, right? We can agree on that, right?
What'd you say?
A rivalry is a back and forth, right?
Okay, this is what I'm saying. I seen the one message.
Wait, hold on.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. I seen the one message that Hot Sauce was talking about. It doesn't scream, I hate Caitlin Clark outside of basketball. As a matter of fact, she was talking about basketball, right? I'm asking y'all, are there constant messages where Angel Reese is just jugging at Caitlin Clark just on some random shit?
Yes.
Where?
Subliminally, like she done
erased.
subliminally.
Yes. But
where are they? Where are they?
I just read that shit. You talk.
What did you just read?
Bro, I'm like a broken record.
So let's just be honest here, fellas.
Did you just read a message from Angel Reese?
Look.
Did you just read a message from Angel Reese Hot Sauce?
Angel Reese.
That's not a message from Angel Reese Hot Sauce.
I'm reading from what's in the news.
That's not a message. Once again, that's not a message from Angel Reese Hot Sauce.
No. But it's going to. It goes to the fact that it's well reported.
Now, am I sounding like a broken record? Is anybody understanding what I'm saying?
It is well reported. But it's because you're trying to.
You gave us some bullshit from the New York Post. The New York Post is a race baiting newspaper article, whatever.
Here we go.
We know that. We know. If anybody understands what the New York Post is, the New York Post is always that. First of all, they're very right wing, and
the New York Times is the race baiting paper.
Bro, do you know who?
I'm gonna just ask you a question.
The New York Post is a right-wing, race-baiting newspaper.
With all the woke, dumb bullshit and all the lies.
Daily Mail, USR.
Oh, now it's getting worse. Now you're talking about the Daily Mail. That ain't nothing but satire.
Yes, that's a question. What would be the benefit of her? What would be the benefit of taking it down? Hold on. What would be the benefit of her taking it down? Because it could be the WNBA. No. The WNBA wouldn't be say take it down.
Why would you say no?
That's generating what's called the rivalry is what's driving revenue to the league. So
it's
they
not
wouldn't have
a real rivalry. They
as long as they didn't. Dude, it's the rivalry that's generating the revenue, not Caitlin Clark.
It takes two people to be involved in a rivalry. Caitlin Clark hasn't said one motherfucking word.
Caitlin Clark.
Name one thing. Hold on. Name one thing Larry Bird said about Magic Johnson. Name one thing Larry Bird said about Magic Johnson. Larry Bird famously hated interviews. He hated talking in public. He never said nothing publicly about Magic Johnson. But they had a rivalry on the court.
What is Caitlin Clark's role in this rivalry?
The white girl.
Hold on, wait. Fantastic. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to bring you up, bro. Okay, I got you.
Larry Bird and Magic were rivals because Bird and Magic were the best players in the league.
Captivity.
Bird and Magic were the best players in the league, and that's why they were rivals. Angel Reese is literally the worst offensive player in the whole WNBA.
Dude, you need to stop. You need to stop.
Okay, go ahead. You finish your point. Hold on, Reese. Hold on, Reese. Let Dane finish his point, and then shout out to Fantastic. I'm gonna go to Fantastic.
The fact that you're trying to deny the fact that it was a black and white thing that saved the NBA in the 70s is ridiculous. The fact that they are. What's called Angel Reese's role in it is being the black girl, and Caitlin Clark's role is being the white girl, and they happen to be really, really good. So it makes it even more exciting. That's the thing. That's the thing that's driving all of this. The asses in the seats is that rivalry.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
In history,
this planet knew who Caitlin Clark was before that.
Before the last 20 years. What was the most profitable fight boxing match in history. It was the Jerry Clooney one. That was when a white dude fight a black dude. They always have this great white hype thing going on, and they think, okay, what's called it? They're saying that
you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm absolutely not wrong. I'm willing to bet. I bet.
You're willing to. What we bet? What we betting? I only know what I'm talking about.
30 years ago. I'm older than you, so 30 years ago.
I don't give a damn.
I'm willing to bet.
So that's even. What do you want?
Hold on, fantastic. Go to the settings on Ecamm and make sure you got your Shure mic hooked up instead of your computer.
Hold on.
If you do, it's my bad. Just
okay, baby.
No, you're right.
I promise you, it was the Larry Holmes.
Go ahead.
Larry Holmes, Jerry Cooney fight. I promise you,
brother. Listen to what you saying, bro. You said the richest fight in the last 30 years. You're naming something from the 80s or the 90s.
Not even top 10. Not even top 10.
Yeah, well, have you lost your fucking mind?
Dude, listen to what I'm saying. The thing that brought things to the forefront and people that bought boxing back and reinstated and just put a whole bunch of cash back into boxing was the Larry Holmes Jerry Cooney fight, a black dude versus a white dude. That's what it was. And they even made a movie satire.
It was a little bit. It was a little bit. Mike Tyson put money in boxing, but
thank you. What are you talking about?
The Cooney fight was big.
Money was already there.
The Cooney fight was big money for the time, though. It did like
that's what I mean. And just
Yeah,
like I
that's
said,
not what you
there's
said,
times
though.
when when they need an injection in a huge amount of cash. What does a league do? Whether it's NBA with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, whether it's the WNBA, I mean, whether it's the WBA with its Jerry Clooney and Larry Holmes, or the WNBA with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They put this white-black thing because they know that we live in a society where that white-black thing is always going to be profitable.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, Dane. Look,
hold on, wait, Reese.
My bad.
Fantastic. You want to go? You mind if Reese say what you say? Or you want to go right now? Go ahead, Reese.
No, I want to admit one thing. There's a lot of receipts that can you can make an argument that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. She either hates her for real, or they're friends behind the scenes, and all this shit is just like a fake thing trying to do what Dane was saying. I'm gonna leave that option open too, because there's been a lot of fake bullshit happening.
Two Live Crew didn't sell out until Tipper Gore started putting hating their records. I mean, that's what it is. When black
Congress made them famous,
what you doing?
Congress made them famous.
Seriously, if a black dude, somebody's doing something that's predominantly black, and then you could put a black versus white dynamic in it, it's gonna be profitable for all parties. I promise you.
Yeah, but my point is this. My point is this: is that RG3 wasn't off. Whether it's fake or whatever, I can roll with that if it's fake or not. But the point is, he wasn't off. That's what I'm doing. He wasn't off.
Okay, what you saying he wasn't off? I'm just trying to get like outside clues other than RG3. You brought up the text message. I read it online. It didn't sell me on that. So I'm just trying to see. Listen, I don't watch the WNBA like that. I'm just being honest. I don't watch it like that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this whole misconception with this thing is first, and I think Reese was talking about this. Angel Reese is ass. Okay,
thank you.
She's a great rebounder, but outside of that, her offense is horrible. And a big part of her rebound is her own misses. So if you look at her games, a lot of her games, she has a horrible shooting percentage for her position and her size, right, and her rebounding ability. But a major part of her rebounding comes from her own misses, right? Now, the problem of you guys saying this black-white dynamic is y'all are doing what niggas love doing. Caitlin Clark had a following of a whole fucking region way before she ever ran into Angel Reese in the college championship. Okay, her fall is never even been close. But niggas, because it's a black woman, and like you said, black white dynamic, and niggas are obsessed with this racial back and forth. Niggas made this a rivalry when it's not. Caitlin Clark is a
would be the equivalent of a Larry Bird for the WNBA. If I had to say who Angel Reese was, Angel Reese would be like a Charles Oakley with better rebounding. She again, there's not a rivalry there. And if you guys looked at the play, you can know that the WNBA is trying to push this as a rivalry because the whole reason why Kate, for one, it's a regular foul. She didn't hit her in the face. She just hit her across the arms trying to go up on a layup. Okay. And before that play, if you look at it, she pushed the teammate. Thank you. She pushed, and that's what she pointed at it. That's why she fouled her after the fact. And then fucking Angel Reese just flopped. So to your point though, Preezy, you asked for information or examples. There's several press conferences where she said the whole thing about, the whole WNBA isn't just for one person. They're here for me too, right? She can't live that down.
Nope.
There's other things that she said, a lot of tweets. So most of the stuff you're gonna see about her back and forth with Caitlin Clark is her tweets. I don't know if she's deleted them, Freezy, but it's hella shit out there, and it's one sided because Caitlin Clark she's not on social media. She's not even responding.
Not one word.
Yeah, she's not even responding. And when they ask her questions about it, so on and so forth, she's not responding about her directly or any of these things because she don't need it. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA. Caitlin Clark came in and it made the most money ever. They still was at a deficit, what makes it so crazy is up until last year when Caitlin Clark got there, the WNBA was very, very quiet about them being non-profitable. Last year, even though they made the most money ever, they made sure all of the media outlets, all of these liberal media outlets made sure as well, the WNBA still isn't profitable. It still lost like $40 million or whatever the fuck it was, right? So again, it's this whole racial thing and so on and so forth because niggas is obsessed with Caitlin Clark being better than Angel Reese. Most motherfuckers not even actually watching the game. They just looking at the highlights anytime Angel Reese is involved, and they don't even care about Angel Reese outside of her playing Caitlin Clark. They don't even care about her games outside. And if you look at that game, they got blew out. I think they lost by like 40. It was like the first opening game of the season. They blew them out by 40. Yeah, Caitlin Clark had a triple double. She's the rookie of the year. The girl she set the I think it was the assist record as a rookie. It's not even close, man. So niggas is trying to make it.
Hold on 1 second, Reese. Hold on. Super chat. Shout out to hashtag run for your $2 super cap. He said Reese is right. No captivity. Shout out to hashtag run. Let me ask Fantastic this. So are there more tweets out there other than this? Because right here it said David Hookstead said Angel Reese deleted her tweet attacking Caitlin Clark. Clark made the WNBA relevant for the first time ever, and all anyone does is try to tear her down. So this is the tweet I read earlier. Angel Reese said, and that's on getting a win in a packed area, not just cause of one player on our charter flight. And so Angel Reese's mom says she was not attacking Caitlin Clark, but because you and the rest of those children of the corn folks thought she was, and once again sending her racist and vile comments, she did. Her comment was directed towards the media, but of course you're about clicks. So was there other tweets out there other than this? Because this is the only one I keep finding online right here.
She got rid of all of them. Yeah, she it's from last season. So she did a whole
fantastic. I just got asked, what's worried about 38%? Huh? 38% shooting. Is that Larry Bird level to you?
Bro, stop playing with me. That's horrible. As a big,
you know that's what Caitlin Clark averaged from the three last year, right? That remarkable talent you talking about.
First off, who am I talking to?
That's KT to go.
I'm in the back. Yeah.
Sad. Okay, so first off, brother, I know for a fact you probably never touched a basketball in real life in your life. What you would know is that 38%.
You know you don't make sense when the first thing you gotta do is start making assumptions.
38. Well, what you know is this: 38% from three from a rookie that's taking the most shots on on her team and being the star player and being the focus isn't bad for the first season of a rookie. And you lead it. And I think
you're saying this is generational talent. 38% ain't generational.
Hold on, let me finish this point. Go ahead, Fantastic.
Who had the most makes last year?
Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay. All right.
She broke every record last year.
She broke every record.
So why?
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So why are you? So why are you bringing up
So I
a
mean,
shooting
that's kind of
percentage?
what happened,
If
right?
she's still better. What?
That's kind of what happened. That's just the balance of what happened. If you're putting up 600 attempts, nigga, no duh, hitting 250 is possible, but that's not impressive nor good because that's what like 38% of be 250 out of like 600 shots.
So show me the women's player that was averaging over that was shooting the same volume she was. Tell me.
Aja
Give me a
Wilson.
name.
Aja Wilson.
I bet you $1,000 you wrong as fuck.
I guarantee you can look it up right now and you're wrong
My
as fuck.
nigga. You said hold on. Listen what you said. Aja Wilson is taking 300 threes. Aja Wilson is shooting threes. What the fuck are you talking about?
You do shoot
threes. No, she attempting more than Caitlin Clark. No, because she led in attempts. You're right.
You
But that's the
bro,
point.
what are you talking? She's not
You're
shooting
leading
threes.
in
She's a
attempts, but
center.
you're not
She's
making
a
the attempt you're
center.
taking.
Bro, she's a center. She's not. I bet she don't even have 100 threes on the year. What are you talking about?
Maybe
I hate
now.
you niggas that do this shit, bro. If you have the conversation, have an honest. My bad.
You're doing
Freeze,
all
calm
this
down.
yelling and screaming to avoid it.
No, I've been screaming all night. Go ahead. Shit. Go ahead.
That's why I'm talking myself, brother. Respectfully, brother. My bad. I apologize. Right. So I'm.
No,
I'm
you
passionate about
good.
this 'cause
You
it's
good.
basketball. I'm passionate about this because it's basketball. So when you start talking to me nonsense concerning basketball, I take it personal because even though I don't even watch the WNBA, I'm aware of this shit because everybody's talking about it. So being that everybody want to talk about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and all this other shit, I then have to go and do some research so I'm aware of what's really going on, bro. If you're going to tell me I'll tell you. Ask you this: what was Steph Curry's 3-point shooting percentage this rookie year? How about that?
I think it was 41%.
Oh, 41%. That's 3% away from 38, right?
Yep, that's a much better percentage though. Still.
Yeah, bro, don't play with me, bro.
I mean, you will literally be a starter over having 41% versus being on the bench because you got 38.
Brother, don't do that. Don't do that, brother. So, like I said, the greatest shooter of all time.
Average, right?
Yo, we talking about logo threes though.
Logo. We're not talking about logo threes. Let's stop on
the greatest shooter of all time.
Hold on,
greatest
Reese,
shooter
go
of all
ahead.
time averaged 41% from three his rookie year. Okay, Caitlin Clark on her rookie year. Okay, and he wasn't even the number one option, by the way. If you know the history, who's the number one option when he was a rookie? Who's the number one option for Golden State when he was a rookie?
Monte Ellis.
Thank you, Monte Ellis. Right. So not even being the number one option, he still had only 41% from three. So again, if you're gonna play this game, bro, as to where 38 and 41 is like this,
we know what the average is, right? We know what the average is, right? So you know it's like a league average for three, and then it's above average. Right?
What you trying to say?
I'm saying what she shot was not above average. It was
That's
league
cool.
average number. But you shot way more than the league average. That's the bigger point.
You said she
wasted far more attempts than the league, and I'm just pointing out. You started when I first asked you yourself. I said, "Bro, tell me what you think 38% is, nigga. That's trash." So I applied to Kevin Clark. Well, actually, it's not that bad.
Let me remind you.
We can be honest. If you got an agenda and you fuck with it, that's what I'm saying. I'm cool with that too.
An agenda.
If you're gonna be honest, bro, let's be honest, right? First off, you asked me was 38% anything like Larry Bird his rookie year is what you asked me. That's what you asked me.
No, I didn't. I said, what is 38%? What do you think of that? Is that good, bad? Man, that's trash, nigga.
No, you definitely, brother. You definitely mentioned it in reference to Larry Bird, brother.
No, when I replied back after you said that was trash, I said, yeah. So that sound like that generational Larry Bird talent because that's Caitlin Clark.
But what was Larry Bird?
Don't get me started on her field goal percentage. That's the other crazy part about it. Like this woman shoots below 40% from the fucking 2-pointer. So even if you're shooting what you would say is high from the 3-point line, she's literally shooting the game you talking about. They blew her out. You know what her percentage was from 2? She had almost as many attempts from 2 as 3, which is crazy just to think about on hands, to be honest. But 40%. That's terrible. You're a point guard.
It's not terrible, bro. 40%.
You're
40% shooting.
Your objective is to literally get in the lane.
No, well, again, not if you're shooting majorly. She's majorly taking jump shots, bro. What are you talking about? Why are you doing it?
Yo,
Why
point
why are
guard.
you acting like you know what you're talking about, but then you're purposely like saying like wild shit?
Because I'm saying I know what I'm talking about. You acting like I'm incorrect. Don't
I,
sit there and just say,
I,
"Oh, you acting like you know what you're talking about," when I'm not wrong. 38%
you
you
definitely
agree, not good percentage. You all of a sudden say, "Oh, because it's Clayton Clark, that's actually good." And if we talking about even because from the beginning, my argument is both of them are not that good. It is the narrative that carries them. Neither one is
and you
generational.
so,
Caitlin
so
Hey,
included.
so
Freeze, I know this is
now,
gonna be a conversation
now
about WNBA
tell
shooting
me
percentages.
tell me the NBA player that
Stop
won
it.
Rookie of the
I'm
Year that
about to
was good.
segue in 1 second. Go ahead, fantastic. Ask your last question. Go ahead.
Yeah, tell me the NBA player that was Rookie of the Year that wasn't good. How do you and then furthermore, tell me the NBA player that was not only the Rookie of the Year,
You know,
but
Ben
set the
Simmons
record
won
for
Rookie of the Year, right?
hold on, let me finish the question. But set the record for assists as a rookie. Go, tell me.
Yeah, I don't know if he set the rookie assist record, but you know Ben Simmons won the record. Like rookie.
That bitch
Matter of
ass
fact, we
record.
can
She
go to
broke like 40 records, man.
Michael Carter Williams.
She broke like 40 records. What is y'all
Niggas,
talking
plenty of
about?
people who
Yeah,
were
man.
mid and
Again, bro.
won
Like I
rookie of the year.
said,
She broke like 40 records as a rookie, and they're going to be out of reach.
Yeah,
Angel
I
Reese
mean, no,
trash,
again,
bro.
like we said, if you getting the most attempts as a rookie, it's literal 10 years. Diana Taurasi is still in the league. They don't even let her shoot that much.
Or hold on, let me
So, I
segue.
mean, yeah, no,
Hold
none of
on.
those are going to be unattainable records.
Let me segue.
But that's the thing I'm just saying.
Let me
My
segue.
bad.
I'm gonna start with Dame, and then I'll go to Fantastic, and I'll go to Hot Sauce, and I'll go around the board. So Dame, do you think a man, just generally speaking, right? Do you think a black man who has hardly ever had a meaningful relationship with a black woman, especially being married, do you think he still should be he is qualified to speak on I guess in-depth situations with black women or black issues in general, or black women issues?
Like behaviors and shit like that.
Yeah, like RG3 was doing with Angel Reese.
Yeah, I think anybody who had, if you're a black man and you got a mama, you got sisters, you got daughters or whatever, you're in the world and you haven't totally divested for anything black. Yeah, you still qualified to talk on black issues and expectations of women in general, and black women no different.
Yeah, I think Ryan Clark was saying that. Ryan Clark, just for preface, Ryan Clark insinuated that, and Ryan Clark said that he didn't feel like RG3 was even qualified to even speak on Angel Reese or any black woman because of who he was married to, and he's pretty sure that he's never brought up black women's issues in their household. Let me go to
but most people don't. Most brothers ain't bringing up black women issues. If they don't get them, real talk. If they listen to go on platforms like this, and then if they do bring up issues, it's the issues they have with black women that most brothers are bringing up on these things.
That's a good point. Let me go to Fantastic. What do you think, Fantastic? A black man that likes white women, predominantly, he's really never had a meaningful relationship with a black woman. Do you think he's qualified to speak on black women and or then their behavior and everything?
Yeah, he's still a black man. He still has experience from what his experience is with black women and what he sees them to be. Especially, like I say, he was speaking from a sports aspect. So he was a sports commentator speaking about sports. So yeah, he definitely has the right to speak about, what he does. I mean, like if people don't like it, that's one thing. But yeah, just because you're married to a person of a different race, by that logic, no white person can say anything about Angel Reese at all. You can't report on her negative or positive because you're not black. So yeah, no, that makes no sense.
Yeah, that was a good one. Hot Sauce, what do you think? Can a black man that has never really had a meaningful relationship with a black woman be qualified to speak on black women's behaviors and issues and stuff?
I think the idea of even people having that perspective is insane. Just because you quote unquote divest doesn't mean the world divests from you as being a black man. And then on top of that, if it's such a big issue, then let's talk about Malika Andrews on ESPN. right? Like she's married to a white dude, and the way she shit on black men all the time is insane, right? But we don't have those questions. So at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, look, he was talking about sports. He has a right to speak about sports because if that's the case, then Skip Bayless, Maury Quallam, Wimby, all those analysts who are Cheryl Melbourne, all those who are white people should not be able to speak about Caitlin Clark either, and they do. So that's ridiculous.
Okay, let me go to Reese, and then I got my last question. Then we out of here. Reese, same question. Do you think a black man that has really never had a meaningful relationship with a black woman be qualified to speak on black women's behavior and the issues?
Maybe behaviors and issues, but the relation aspect of it probably not, because he's never had that experience. But everything else he's seen. His mother, sisters, his neighborhood, whatever, you know.
So this is my last question to all y'all. Do y'all think that RG3 was out of bounds in front of his white wife on the podcast? And I'm only saying that because Ryan Clark he brought all this up. Saying that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark outside of the basketball rivalry. I'm going to start with Fantastic. Was he out of bounds? You muted, Fantastic. You got to unmute.
My bad. Yeah. I was muted. Appreciate it. Again, he was in the scope of his job doing what he does, or I guess like a podcast or whatever. And my understanding is that's not the first time he's had his wife in the background. So again, can he now not speak about certain things when his wife is around? No, it's like nah.
Fantastic, man. Thank you for coming up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show, man. Thank you, dog. When you going live again? Tomorrow?
What's Wednesday? Probably sometime tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you have open panel shows often, or you? Because I know you be doing solo dolo a lot, man.
All of my shows are open panel, bro. Every last one. Yeah.
Because every time I look, you be dolo. I don't never see.
I ain't know that. Yes, I monologue for at least an hour, and then
okay. That's
all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, shout out to you, Fantastic, man.
For sure.
Reese, what do you was RG3 out of bounds for making that huge assumption that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark outside of the basketball rivalry? Outside of that, was he out of bounds with that in front of his white wife?
Nah, there's no real way to prove that, right? But anybody that was paying attention to all this bullshit for the past year, more than a year, they could easily come up with that, man. Because Angel Reese has done a lot of little condescending, little corny ass nut shit, man, towards this sister. And this chick hasn't done shit to anybody. And the news built a rivalry. So he could say that because it's all manufactured. It's all manufactured. And Angel Reese played right in.
Shout out to Reese, man. Reese, thank you, man. And thank you. I feel like I know the WNBA a little bit more because of you, man.
No captivity.
All right.
Shout out to Reese, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me go to Dame. Dame, do you think that RG3 was out of bounds in front of his white wife for making the call that Angel Reese flat out hates Caitlin Clark outside of the realm of basketball rivalry?
I mean, just like other people said, the fact that his wife is white, I think is immaterial to what he was saying. I think just his wife just happened to be there with a biracial kid. So I think what it is just like if he would have said she hates her because she white, then he would have been out of bounds because then he would have made the racial. I think he just said he hates her, maybe out of jealousy for the endorsements or some unwanted like accolades she might be getting in the WA. But I think you can say what you want in front of anybody if you just talking specifically about your opinion on two people individually, immaterial of white or black.
Shout out to Dame, man. Dame, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, man. Thank you.
My pleasure, brother.
Appreciate you. Hot sauce. And then there was two. Shalom.
Salute.
What do you think? Do you think RG3 was out of bounds in front of his Caucasian wife for saying that Angel Reese flat out hates Caitlin Clark outside of the bounds of basketball rivalry?
I think the optics don't look good, right? Because black women are going to have an issue of you critiquing them in the first place. That's number one, and then you're going to critique them in front of a white woman. That's going to be number two. So I understand why they were triggered for that, but at the end of the day, he really didn't make it a race thing. We made it a race thing. Ryan Clark made it a race thing. Because at the end of the day, like a Fantastic said, like I said, right? You can see all types of aggression, bypass. What is it? What is it called? What is it called? Passive aggressiveness from Angel to Caitlyn in social media posts, tweets, and stuff like that. Right? It was everywhere. So at the end of the day, it's not a leap to think that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. So I get that. But was it out of bounds? I don't think so, because he didn't make it about race. But it's going to be triggering because number one, you're criticizing a black woman, which is a no-no, and then number two, you're criticizing a black woman in front of a white woman, which is a huge no-no, and that's just the bottom line. I pass the mic on that.
Shout out to Hot Sauce, man.
No captivity.
I appreciate you. Hot Sauce, one of my main analysts on this show. Thank you, Hot Sauce. I'll see you next time.
All right, see you next time.
So, there you have it, folks. Some people agree with RG3, some don't. It's to be concluded that it's still in the air whether Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark with her guts outside of basketball rivalry. Fantastic. Hot Sauce gave compelling arguments. Reese also. But then KT the GOAT and Jane hit him with the 1-2. So I'm still on the fence. Maybe I need to start watching the WNBA a little bit more. But until I do, women continue to be exceptional on the court.
No captivity.
Shout out to Black Beauty in the building. Shout out to Coach Ferg in the building. Shout out to Don Harden in the building. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Shout out to Jones and for more. Thank y'all. Shout out to Scam Likely here. What's going on, Scam? Shout out to Windchime. Windchime said, Freezy. Freezing. The man said Clark was more influential than Ali and Serena. Freezy, come on, man, please. Y'all, we about to read the... Hey, listen. If this is your first time, please, watching the show, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, please. I want to say this, right? It could be touchy. In today's climate, I think we shouldn't dismiss or ignore that, especially since Trump came in office, racial tensions have been high. Whether Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark, which is a very huge accusation, right? Because I will say this, right? If this stigma continues to follow Angel Reese, it could put a stain somewhat on Angel Reese's character and her whole marketing brand, right? It could put a stain on Angel Reese's brand, right? So this is why I think Ryan Clark was very sensitive about what RG3 said, right? Now, at the same time, I will say this. I don't think that RG3 should have came at Ryan Clark's job, ESPN. I should have asked the fellows that while they was up here. I don't think that Ryan Clark should have actually took it that far to say it's a bad look for ESPN. I think most of the fellas that was up here would agree with me on that, right? That was a low blow. And I will say this. As far as Ryan Clark mentioning the reasons why he feel like RG3 is not qualified to speak on Angel Reese as a black woman, being that he has only been visibly married to white women, and his, you know, and he brought up his household and stuff, I could see how RG3 would take offense to that. He did mention his wife. Ryan Clark did mention RG3's wife and say, hey, I met RG3's wife and she's a lovely woman. So, hey, listen. I'm just going to say this. Both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark continue to be exceptional on the court and do the best she can. Obviously, people are excited to watch you guys, and you're making an impact. Once again, I appreciate everybody. Let me go ahead and read the benediction for tonight. Let me go ahead and read the benediction for tonight. Here we go. Let me get rid of this. Here we go, y'all. So today's benediction comes to us from 1 Corinthians 9th chapter, 24th through the 25th verse. And it says, do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. Here we go.
No captivity.
And I did want to say this. Listen, I watch Fantastic all the time, but I do remember when one time I left a super cap. I mean a super chat. I said super cap. Super caps over here. My bad. I love a super chat. I think Fantastic had a panel that day. So yeah, I did see a panel. I just had to remember that. Right? But shout out to Fantastic, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Fantastic's channel and hit that notification bell, right? So yeah, Fantastic does great content over there. So make sure y'all check out Fantastic. Listen. Shout out to Scorched Earth in the building. What's going on, Scorched Earth? He said, Freezy, what up, bro? Shout out to Scorched Earth in the building. Great to see you, bro. Y'all, we finna get up out of here. Excellent. And I just want to let y'all know this right here, man. Nobody can stop us. I know people flaunt around and prance around and they try to make it seem like they had something to do with the No Cap crew and our growth. But I can assure you that the only people that had something to do with the No Cap crew's growth, is the No Cap crew.
No captivity.
So don't let nobody tell y'all or make anybody think that they made the No Cap crew. No, we work hard over here. Ain't nobody had nothing to do with our growth at all. It's a lot of egos floating around here. Huh? We did it. We did it over here. And we're steadily growing. Shout out to all the No Cap crew that actually shared the live stream. The share button is right below the video, right next to the like and the dislike button. No matter what you guys hear out there, all my sisters and brothers, no matter what y'all hear, nobody made the No Cap crew. People will come up over here and try to throw their weight around and say the numbers went up because they came. No, they don't. No. We work far too hard. And I'm going to tell you the truth. We always show respect. But don't take credit away from the No Cap crew. Because we work hard. And listen, the only thing I can tell you is to get your weight up. Huh? Get your weight up. Don't blame us for your downfall. But one thing we always gonna do is keep it respectful over chill.
No captivity.
That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Nobody can take away from the work that we've put in over here. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Nobody. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Like Freezy do each and every day. I humble myself. Right? And I'm not even boasting now. I'm just saying at some point in time, you got to recognize hard work. You just got to recognize it. We're going to keep working hard. We're going to keep working hard. Shout out to all the No Cap crew affiliates. Shout out to Mo Love. Shout out to Fear No Mortals. Everybody with channels over, next level. Right? Right? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to World Class. Shout out to Just J. Right? Well, Just J, she gonna get her channel back popping. Don't worry about that, y'all. Right? Shout out to Emperor Kojak 313 the Great. Shout out to El Cheapo. See, I hate when I go to naming names because I got to remember everybody. But shout out to Big Bad Bull, right? Shout out to the whole No Cap. Shout out to everybody that have a name that has not really expressed their channels yet, right? Shout out to everybody, man, their channels. We support each other over here. We don't throw our weight around. We don't brag and boast over. No, we just do the work. And we stay humble over here. We just do the work and stay humble. That's all we do. So when y'all see people in these YouTube streets,
no captivity,
acting like we need them. Acting like we need them. You a motherfucking lie. You a lie. And the truth ain't in you. You gonna learn today. We don't need your arrogant ass. Stay the hell over there. Cause if you can't come in this house and be respectful, to hell with you. Listen, shout out to everybody that came through. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Reese from Philly for his $2 cash cap. I appreciate you, Reese. Shout out to you, Reese. I appreciate you. Shout out to Bolo TV. That's another one. Affiliation, man. Shout out to Bolo TV. We're a family over here. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and we're gonna keep it going. Also, shout out to everybody that actually donated to the show tonight. Shout out to hashtag. Thank you for your $2 super cap. Shout out to KG Kennels for his $5 super cap. I appreciate you, KG. Also, Shout out to Can I Get Some Podcast. Thank you, Can I Get Some Podcast. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to American Man. American Man said, where's the link? I thought you was gonna. American Man, did you hit the link? No, you didn't hit the link, man. Maybe American Man will hit the link next time. Thank you for your $2 super cap. Shout out to American Man again for another $2 super cap. Shout out to hashtag run again for his $10 super cap. Shout out to King Swarthy. Shalom. Thank you for your $10 super cap. Shout out to the initial sponsor of tonight's show, Conversations with MJ. No cap. That's right. Another no cap crew. Thank you, Conversations with MJ. Right? We work hard. We work hard for everybody. Shout out to Conversation with MJ, one of our co-sponsors of tonight's show. And shout out to Joseph A. Gomez. Thank you, Joseph A. Gomez, for your other co-sponsorship. No captivity. Thank you, Joseph A. Gomez. Listen, I appreciate all the support. And we definitely appreciate the sponsors of tonight's show. Thank you. Y'all know we got to celebrate our sponsors, and we celebrate our sponsors better than no other. So get out your seat. Shout out to our sponsors of tonight's show, Conversations with MJ and Joseph A. Gomez. Let's go. Thank you to Conversations with MJ and Joseph A. Gomez. I appreciate you. Thank you to the sponsors, the official sponsors of tonight's show. I appreciate y'all. No captivity. Y'all, listen, shout out to the 117 people that hit that like button. Shout out to the 4 people that hit that dislike button. We really appreciate y'all. If this was your first time watching this show, please, I encourage you to hit the notification bell. To subscribe, to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe first and hit that notification bell. Once again, I repeat, if this is your first time watching the show, if you love the show, if you like the show, please subscribe to the show, hit the subscribe button, and more importantly, hit that notification bell. Please hit the notification bell. Shout out to the 5 people that hit the dislike button, and shout out to the 118 people that hit that like button. I wish all of you $4 million in your life. Believe it and receive it. No cap. And to the people that actually shared the live stream, to the No Cap campaign, I wish you $11 million in your life. Believe it and receive it. No captivity. Yo, we finna get up out of here. Y'all, tonight, later on tonight, it is Wednesday. It is VIP Wednesday. VIP Wednesday. Okay? And we're going to address some things in VIP Wednesday. We're going to address some things for real. So if you have a VIP pass and you want to be tuned in to our VIP Wednesday, listen, you're going to be able to watch the show. Make sure you tune in later on for VIP Wednesday. We're going to address some things. We're going to get some things together, and the only way you can hear what we address is VIP Wednesday. Please make sure you maintain your memberships. VIP is a membership on this channel. If you do have a membership, please maintain your memberships. Shout out to everybody with their VIP pass. I appreciate you. No captivity. And yo, we about to get up out of here. I love y'all, and y'all know what your boy always say. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And shout out to the 119th person hit the like button. And until the next time, We is I touch him.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Captivity, man. He's a good dude, man. Hey, bro, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Captivity, man. He's a good dude, man. Hey, bro, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, man. Listen, man, go sub to my boy, No Captivity, man. He's a good dude, man.
Unlock the future of branding while outpacing your competition. Dive into the digital realm, transforming raw footage into video epics. Our editors redefine storytelling. At Prime Your Logos, where pixels become portals. Prime Your Logos. Unleash the unseen. Your brand amplified. Visit us at Prime Your Logos on Instagram. Or call 704-792-6345. That's 704-792-6345. Prime your brand. Prime your logos, where artistry transcends reality.
No captivity. Freezy.